Live. This is very exciting. Hello to the one person that is currently looking. I appreciate you. Oh, hi. Sorry. I'm looking like, yeah, it's webcam. It's not a webcam. That's okay. Hi. I'm Natasha. I'm taking over for today. So, just having some fun. Apparently we're playing Nancy Drew. From what I understand. Oh, did Avery die? I don't know. Where is Avery? No. Oh, I was gonna say you were locked up in the closet, but I'm in the closet, so it doesn't.
We are locked in a closet together.
Yes.
It's a friend experience. Hi guys.
Friend experience. We have plenty of those on set. Oh no. It's okay, guys. Okay. We'll get there in the end.
We'll get there.
Hi.
By the time people actually know that we're here and
well, there's no viewers anymore right now.
Well, yeah, but like once people know that, well, we have 2 people.
Oh, now we have 2 people.
Hi, people.
Hi, people.
We have surprised everybody. 3 people. We have surprised everybody because I forgot to populate the stream this morning like I was going to because we have had a very busy day. And so instead of doing that, I literally just came on and was like, oh yeah, we're streaming. Let me start that up. So this is a surprise to everybody. Hey, Jay. We're good. Hey, Boots the cat. Hi.
Hi.
These are regulars of our community.
Fantastic.
They are great. They help me solve puzzles. I was going to say crime.
Wonderful.
They do help me solve crime, but fake crime.
Oh, well, as far as we know.
Speaking of fake crime, Natasha was here came over this morning to film the next Whodunit episode with me before we went to a meeting together for a podcast that we're working on. That's a work in progress. And so we did that this morning, and oh my god, I cannot wait for them to see that. That is going to be ridiculous.
You're going to have to cut around a lot of the actual, it got pretty graphic.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily, I thought. So just because it was no warning, it was like we were doing real well.
Well, that show just goes in between being like the campiest fun time and just genuinely horrifying that I've ever seen.
It's true.
It's very true. For those of you wondering, I think everybody was here probably saw the almost 10-hour stream that I did trying to beat Nancy Drew Shadow at the Water's Edge. That game is long and it's got some really long puzzles. And we're almost done with it. This is not going to be a super long stream. It's just a surprise short stream for very short in comparison to 10 hours. But I figured since you were here and you said it would be fun to be on live, that you would enjoy this game because it's the game that takes place in Japan. The puzzle the puzzle that I cut, the puzzle that I called it on was at it was an origami puzzle. So I'm gonna have you try to solve that. I'll get you caught up on where I'll give you like a road so far.
Yeah.
It might be you'll have to bear with me because I might just pull up my stream and just show you the highlights. So it might look like me commenting on me, but I just wanted to show you the game. But yeah. So we're gonna remind everybody of what happened the last time. This is the first time we've had to split a game up in 2, and this probably won't be the last because the games get very long and complicated at this point. We've been playing through all of them. This is game number 23. Technically the 24th game that we played because there was another unofficial one in there that we also played. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm going to catch Natasha up. Shh, you can help us solve that puzzle. And then there's another puzzle that's pretty daunting puzzle that starts the end game sequence. But before we do that, I'm going to show you some of the mini games because you can replay some of them.
Cool.
And I thought you'd appreciate them.
Yeah,
so good. That's the plan for right now, guys. I know that nobody was expecting to see us right now because I couldn't get my shit together. We have 4 concurrent viewers though for a short-term thing. I appreciate that.
Yes, very much so.
And the VOD will be up, so anybody who's like that way nobody feels like they just were robbed of seeing the end of a 10-hour stream 10-hour game that they watched before. But let me pull up. How's everybody doing, by the way? How's their Saturday going? Our Saturday is going great.
Saturdays. I don't even know what day it is.
I know. I thought yesterday was Saturday all day. So now today, I keep having to remind myself that it's actual Saturday, and yesterday was a dress rehearsal Saturday.
Dress rehearsal Saturday. I love it.
Yesterday, because we kind of had a day off yesterday, so it felt like Saturday, but it was.
Because I was supposed to work, and then they were like, "Oh, hey, haha, we're not doing that. We're doing it on Tuesday. Sorry, Monday's the 4th."
Yeah. If you don't know, hey, that's us.
Oh yeah.
I was looking up to show them my past stream. I'll show you my past stream and them. And we're live. It's the first thing on my dash. It's like, hey, did you know that you're live? It's like, I sure hope I did. that's that. That's whoops. I think I'd be able to like navigate my own channel, right? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna share screen with everybody in 1 second. I'm gonna have to scrub through because again, 10 hours. This was 10 hours. Like a hostage situation.
Yeah,
people pleading with me to get off stream. Here, let me share my screen because I do oftentimes also forget to share the screen, and then we do the things that we do. Okay, so the game starts out with Nancy showing up. Nancy is going to be an English teacher for a little while in Japan.
Cool.
Because she solved the case for this guy, and he was like, as a reward, working vacation. And she's like, yay, no murders or anything to solve. And then she gets there, and there's just like chaos.
Cool.
So she shows up at this place.
Has she ever thought it maybe was her?
Yeah, so we've talked about that. She's a little bit like a Typhoid Mary situation. Everywhere she goes, there's just chaos and destruction.
She just doesn't understand.
I appreciate all of you guys. So yeah, I'm trying to not be annoyed by the fact that we're watching me. Well, we're over me, so that's whatever. I could borrow somebody else's gameplay, but I don't want to steal their whatever. So she goes here.
Mm-hmm.
She shows up. Yes, I saw the picture on painting. Yeah, so there's a painting, and then we see this is the grandmother character of this character.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the mother that died.
Oh, that's ominous.
Everybody thinks she's haunting this place.
Cool.
It's like a traditional Japanese inn. Ryokan. I can't say it right. But that's
sounds
what it is.
right to me.
Cool. Very sorry. She's just a little upset. She does not want her here. Tell her to go now.
Looks like she's about to cry.
Yeah. So that happens. We don't get kicked out. So I'm just showing you. I want to show you the important things. I'll show you a couple of these puzzles later. Oh, so we can grade paperwork, by the way.
Cool.
So I'm a very lenient teacher, apparently, because anything that's close enough, I'm like, you know what? I'll give it. That is not correct. So we did this. There's this character who is. Let me show you this actually. Warning: there's a few jump scares. We had to do these mean puzzles where like you have to make sure that none of these wires cross. So that was fun. I'm trying to show you the part that I wanted to show you. We got to navigate public transportation.
Fun.
Where is the part? I want to show you the jump scare part. Oh, here we go. There's this character. He's the boyfriend of the girl at the front desk who looked like she was gonna cry.
Naturally.
What do you mean?
He gifted her with a robot cat. I'll show you the robot cat. The robot cat reminds me of Perry in the way that it just kind of stares through you.
Cool. The creepy robot cat.
Yeah. I mean, Perry, I'll give Perry this. She's cuter a little bit than...
Yeah, no, that thing looks a little bit...
We were trying to decide if it was cute or creepy. We couldn't tell.
It's the movement, definitely. It's the ear, I think. It's the ear.
Yeah.
The ear should not be moving like that.
Okay, so there's that. There's also final character you meet is this character. She works at a bento station. She's the sister.
It looked like that when I was working on Insatiable.
Did you? Oh, I remember that day. Yeah, we were extras on Insatiable together. That was. Wait, was I there that day? I don't think I was. No, I wasn't there that day. I just saw a picture after the fact. Yeah,
because Russ had booty shorts. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. We have a lot of set stories, guys. That could be a stream all by itself. We get to make fun little avatars for a thing. The grandmother teaches us a lot of cultural arts.
Nice.
Like tea ceremonies and such. For everybody just coming in, we are finishing Shadow at the Water's Edge, and I am catching Natasha up on everything that happened. There is Pachinko, which I'll let you play. I wanted to show you the scary part. Where's the scary part? I mean, we've already had scary because of the video that we filmed, so you know it could be we can handle anything after that.
I'm pretty sure that is the reason I stopped watching.
Yeah, so we're watching through, and Natasha was the first one to say we should cover Whodunit because she was a really big fan of it. And then she's like, I don't remember anything past this episode. And then we watched the episode and she's like, I think this is why I think I stopped watching because I was so terrified. And I'm like, I don't blame you.
It was just a lot. It was a lot for sure.
So the traditional, the legend that inspired the ring.
Yeah.
Right? With the girls who got thrown down the well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that being a traditional thing, it inspires whoever is haunting this place.
Okay.
Haunting.
Yeah.
It's not. Nancy never is like, wow, it really was a ghost at the end. It's always like Scooby-Doo. It was always somebody. I'm giving everybody a second because it's traumatizing. We get a cutscene.
Cool.
Nope.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Don't like that. Nope. Don't like that. And also, we pointed out, and they, there's no.
Why didn't she get closer? There she is.
There she is. Then it breaks. So, stuff like that. Those kind of things. People have been kind of checking out early due to stuff like this happening. So Nancy's trying to help this family because their mom's already died. And
mirrors are expensive.
Yeah. That's a big mirror to have to replace, too.
It is.
One time, did I ever tell you a story? One time we were staying at a hotel in Chicago, and there was this, like, very standard floor-length mirror just, like, hanging on the wall. And this guy comes in, he's like, hey, I'm changing out all the mirrors. And we're like, okay. He takes it down and puts in one that looks exactly the same. And then he just leaves without saying anything. And we're like, all right. I don't know why, but that's okay. That's cool.
When we stayed in a hotel after lightning struck our house, this is not exactly a nice, happy story, but like we were for sure that the mirrors in that motel that we were staying at were two-way. We were like 98% sure. It was. I was like 12 at the time, so
when your house casually gets hit by lightning.
Yeah, it catches on fire day before Christmas.
There was There was this monster Sudoku. That's basically 5 Sudoku puzzles overlapping.
Right.
It took us like an hour to solve it.
Wow. I normally like Sudoku, but that's a lot.
There's Sudoku that I'll let you do a Sudoku if you want. There's Sudoku.
I'm okay at it.
We went ghost hunting with an EVP thing.
Of course.
Found some scary sounds.
Cool.
I'm trying to give them the highlights. If the chat would like to help. Yeah, this is a pretty cool game. This is one of the games where they were like, oh, we actually know how to make games well now, and then they put a lot of really interesting puzzles in there. Yeah. They're very hard, but they're interesting.
There's a legend the Lion King game was made super hard because nobody wanted to have them all beat it when they checked it out from Blockbuster, and so they wanted multiple checkouts, and they apparently allegedly told the game makers to make it super hard.
Is that why that game is? I've never played it, but I've heard it's very hard.
Allegedly, that's why it's very hard. I was reading something about an interview about something. I mean, it's all hearsay, but yeah, it makes sense at the time,
Okay, so there's this lady who is a ghost hunter.
Uh-huh.
She has a 404 number. She's supposed to be in Atlanta.
Cool.
Listen to her accent. Yeah.
What did you end up finding?
It ain't what I found, honey.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were talking about.
I like how she's drawn like an anime character.
Yeah, we were able to make like fun little anime avatars for everybody in our phone. It was like a little mini game. We have no idea what this person actually looks like, but she's a ghost hunter from Georgia, so this is what I put together.
That's what she sounds like.
I'm thinking older spooky lady. So
yeah.
Gave her the silver hair.
Oh yeah,
and everything.
Got that vibe going.
Then we had this game where it's timed and you have to just make sure that you fill in all the correct colors in time. So I minimized it to cheat the system because I'd already been through too much at that point and I wasn't taking the game's bullshit. If the game will load. Don't forget about the endless gaslighting. Oh yeah. So there's this, and I'm not even sure if this is the exact thing that Boots is thinking about, but there's this characters that are dating are in like this tumultuous relationship, like where they're like at each other's throats all the time, and it like they've known each other forever and they won't break up, but it's just like this. And Nancy's just like, can I help you guys? And everybody's like, we shouldn't be condoning this. This is a bad toxic relationship. Trying to think of the other highlights that I can show you just to catch you up. Yeah, so their mom died. She tragically slipped cleaning the baths, like the traditional baths, and she like hit her head and died.
Okay.
and everybody thinks that she's haunting the place, but there's also this like haunting tied to like this traditional story, and people are leaving left and right. Nancy's trying to help his family, and they don't really trust her because they're like
American.
They've had one, I don't blame them for not trusting an American, but two, it's one of those other things where like they've had so many ghost hunters that are basically disrespecting the mom's memory, coming in and being like, we're gonna find the ghost. And so they're like, how do we know you're not one of those? And Nancy's like, I'm just trying to help, I swear. So that's what's going on. Hey Josh, good afternoon. Josh says, yeah, the Lion King game was very difficult. We didn't rent it though. My brother got a Sega Genesis for Christmas one year, and the game was bundled with it. That's cool.
That is cool.
Emma says hello. Hello, Emma.
Hello.
I've got for those just jumping in, this is Natasha. I'm pretty sure you've all seen Natasha before.
Probably.
She was here this morning to film Whodunit, and then we had some other stuff, meeting to go to, and now we're back, and we were talking about how she should come on stream sometime, and she was like, that'd be fun. So I was like, well, we're almost done with this one game, so it won't be a very long stream. So I could just show you some of the more fun mini games, and then you could help us beat it. So I'm getting Natasha caught up on what we did last time. I'm giving her like the greatest hits.
Yes.
Of that 10-hour stream that we all suffered through. Well, I didn't suffer. I had a lot of fun, but I felt at one point like I was holding everybody hostage, like it was Speed, like, you know, where they're all stuck on the bus. Yeah. I felt like the bus driver. I felt like Keanu Reeves driving the bus, and I was like, we gotta get off. Also, I realized that if we went over 12 hours and we were already at 10, the VOD wasn't gonna save all of the VOD, so I was like, that's the cue to get. That's the cue to call it, so.
It's 2 a.m.
We get another haunting. This is at Yumi, the sister, the older sister that's like, I'm done with the family, I'm done with the family business kind of thing. She has left, and she lives in this little apartment in the city, and she's also being haunted, apparently, because Nancy's staying at her apartment, and this happened.
Like, if I get off stream before we finish this game, I'm not gonna sleep just thinking.
Yay! Emma went to her first animation lessons today, and they went
wonderful.
super well.
Wonderful.
Also, do you like how... Yeah, I'm broken. I'm so broken. Is this supposed to be scaring me? I'm like, wait, do I need to write any of this down? What if this comes into a puzzle later? Thank you guys all for being here. I didn't know if anybody would be here because I forgot to populate the stream, and so I was like, we're just surprising everybody. Surprise, we're doing a thing. And yeah, what else? I think that's about it. There are some other, puzzles and things, and we're basically trying to figure out what happened to this family and like why somebody's trying to do this to them, and that's the general story. It's haunted, it's creepy. The game won't let us be there. The story is that Nancy's teaching all during the day, so you only get to play at night. So it's like the creepy atmosphere.
Fair.
So that's where we are.
Can't skip on your duties.
Yeah.
Is she getting paid to be
fictional character? This is a funny thing with these games where it's like, actually, Josh says he eventually beat The Lion King a few years later on the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
But the fact that it took several years tells me everything that I need to know about how hard the game was.
I don't know. I was just randomly reading something.
Well, another one that was really hard was Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. Yeah. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
That one I didn't beat until I was 21, because when I was a kid and played it, I gave up because I thought I just wasn't good enough. I was like, I don't have it in me. Oh, that's trippy. I'm looking at so I was recapping Natasha for those just coming in on the stream from last time because I didn't want to, I probably could have just borrowed somebody else's gameplay, but instead it's now like inside where Bo Burnham is commenting on Bo Burnham commenting on Bo Burnham commenting. But yeah. So that's the general gist.
Cool.
That's what we're doing.
Awesome.
And now Natasha's going to help us.
Dad, okay? He worries
the
about
game.
me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file.
Also, let me know if the earbuds, if anything happens to them, because I
solve.
just realized
If you
half an
think you're
hour,
ready to dive
20
into
minutes
that
ago that
mystery,
they were
just
compatible
click on
with
the
this
plane ticket
computer.
and you'll be
Nice.
on your way.
So we are going to load in our game. Yeah. Natasha and I did Whodunit episode 6, and we're kind of traumatized, and so we thought, hey, let's traumatize ourselves more.
I forgot. I don't have D&D tonight.
Oh, cool.
So cool. Sorry guys. So I'm here for a while.
We thought I almost called you Nancy. I mean, you're cool like Nancy. You both have names that start with the letter A.
We do.
We thought Natasha had a heart out because of D&D campaign that she's part of.
I had completely forgot that he had a housewarming party today. Our DM does, so
you're off the hook.
I am.
Your DM watching this being like, you didn't want to go to D&D? No. She loves D&D.
Yeah.
She thought she was scheduling around D&D.
Yeah.
So we are going to who are our D&D characters? Somebody wants to know.
I have 2 different characters. With Avery, I have a half elf bard named Sedlana. And with my other group that I do, I have a wood elf druid named Reggie, who has a oh gosh, no, what does she have? She has a mimic's tongue necklace.
Oh, right, you told me about that.
Yeah, because when I saw I was trapped in a corridor with a mimic, and I didn't want to scream to let my party know that something was happening, so I just laughed. Because screaming is for sissies. And and then our bard, who is a turtle named Barbara, or turtle named Barbara, and he sounds like Nathan Lane. He played Barbara to cut off the tongue and make it into a necklace for me. That was like our first campaign, That was pretty funny.
That is very funny.
Yeah.
Weird things happen in D&D. As for me, I'm only in one campaign currently. It's the one that I'm in with Natasha. And my brother is our DM, our long-suffering DM. He didn't sign up to be a DM to a campaign of women that have all been on
2
improv
women.
teams.
2.
So
Two.
Yeah, it's a small campaign. It's
Yeah.
really just the 3 of us. We started it when we knew nothing about D&D.
Yeah,
it was still
great
kept
fun.
playing it, and we love it.
Yeah.
But I am a tiefling. I think I never know if it's tiefling or tiefling because it looks like tiefling, but it's tiefling. So I always get confused. Tiefling, sorcerer. I love her. She's got purple skin
Marpy.
and gold eyes. Her name is Marpy Hisbis because we generated that name and it made us all laugh hysterically very late at night, so we kept the name. Marpy is great. I love Marpy. That's awesome. I've got a Goliath druid.
Druids are fun to play.
I've never played as a druid.
Druids are fun.
Without giving too many specifics away, we were just at a meeting earlier today about doing being part of a D&D podcast.
Yep.
And I was thinking about like what character I would play on that one, and I was like, maybe I should stick with sorcerer because that's what I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm a bard again. Like, I think that just encompasses my characteristics of I BS my way through life a lot.
Yeah, congrats again, Emma. And no worries. I'm monitoring the stream, so it should be fine on my end. We've had times where the internet has kicked me off midstream, and so it's just gone dead, and I had to fix it. When you watch the VOD back, there's just a chunk out of it because YouTube was getting no feed from me at all.
YouTube. That sounds like an excuse for YouTube, not for you.
And there's been a ton of storms coming through, so there's been
there have been. They always hit you, and they don't hit me. I'm like, where are all the storms? And it's always down south, and it never hits where I live.
Yeah.
We don't live that far away, but like...
No, but we live in the city, and I don't know what it is. They always used to say, oh, we never used to get severe storms in the city. It's like, well, apparently the Van family has brought it when we moved, because we've gotten some super heavy, severe storms.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. So we are doing... This is the puzzle that we're currently working on. By the way, this is Nancy's phone.
Cool.
This is our background. It's from a different game. It's from a part of the game where you play as Frank Hardy, and so the stream, it's probably as good a time as any to tell you. The stream has decided pretty unanimously that while we love Ned and we love Nancy, they do not belong together as a couple. It's like a Midge and Joel Maisel situation. So we think that Nancy should be with Frank Hardy because they clearly have better chemistry.
Of the Hardy Boys?
Yes, of the Hardy Boys. And this is actually a picture that was, well, it happens when you're playing as Frank. So our headcanon is that he took this picture and sent it to her. And because it's Frank's picture, that's why it's the screensaver on her phone. We've also headcanoned, as it started with us trying not to feel bad about wanting her to ditch Ned. We said Ned and Joe would be good together, but then they had some moments in the scene. So now we are really hardcore shipping Jed as well as Francie. Okay. So this is cool. What we've caught you up on.
Awesome. I like her phone charms.
Yes, the phone charms are things that you can collect throughout the game. You get an award if you get a certain number of them. I don't remember what they are. The awards don't matter. They just make you feel like you're better at the game than you are. It's like a little consolation prize.
Whose line is it anyways? The points don't matter.
Yeah, the points don't matter. Yeah, that's really exciting. I love animation. I've never taken animation classes unless you count the I've been to Disney World when they used to do the we'll teach you how to draw a character.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
I learned how to animate on oh gosh, I think it was Orb Weaver.
Oh, wow.
Like way back in the day.
I didn't mean to say that like you were old.
No, but I
we're
am.
only a few years apart. But like I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
We were taught that in like 7th grade on how to make a website, and honestly, none of that is applicable now. I don't think I just was taught all this stuff, and I don't know how to use it.
It's fine. Okay, so
was it Orb Weaver? It was something Weaver.
What am I looking
Story
for?
Weaver, maybe? I don't think it was Orb Weaver. I think Orb Weaver is a spider.
You know,
it's okay.
One of those. Like where we were trying to talk to our friend who's never played D&D today about.
I overwhelmed him so badly. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, Natasha hands him the book, her like D&D book, and he's just like getting more and more afraid, and we're like, it's really gonna be fun, you're gonna be great, and he is gonna be great. He's gonna be really good at it. He's very funny.
I handed him the dice because he's like, what dice? And I was like, so here are all my dice that I'm working on right now, you know, and I'm like, this one does this and this one does this. And
and this goes for me too, anytime anybody's hit with D&D for the first time, it can be very
very much so. It's a lot of fun, but very overwhelming.
I need to go to the origami book to do this.
Okay.
Origami book.
I know Nancy refuses, and I have apologized about 30,000 times for how badly I pronounce absolutely everything in English or any other language. But Nancy refuses to pronounce anything with anything less than the harshest American accent. Like, she's just doubled down. She's like, well, I am a very American teenager, so this is my brand, I guess.
Or making me crazy.
So this is a letter. We found this in somebody's like lockbox in their apartment, in Yumi's apartment.
Why would you keep? Okay, it's fine. I don't care.
Okay, so to catch you up.
Yeah.
Do you know what a nonogram is?
Sort of.
Okay, I'll show you. But you've got like, we've got half of the nonogram in this that we found out in the garden. It's another long side quest thing. We've got this. This is going to be another thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to fold it because of course you do.
Oh, well,
because of course it's not just as easy as here are the numbers. Like this one that we found, the people who, for whatever reason, this one was stored with just the numbers, right?
Yeah.
But this one, we can't just find the numbers in the other lockbox. We have to find this thing that we have to fold that's then going to help us.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So here's the thing. You're going to want to look
I don't remember what the names of the creases are.
So you can look through this book.
Are we folding a crane? Because that's the only thing I know how to do.
We are folding. Well, we're following.
Simbazuru. That's 1,000 cranes.
Like, yes.
I gave you Simbazuru.
Yeah, I was telling them about it. I need to share a picture on the community tab because I've been talking about it and they've never actually seen it. It's 1,000 cranes that she hand folded, guys, and gave me for good luck, and it's made out of like candy wrappers and my favorite colors, and I think a couple of them are parts of sides from scripts.
Yeah.
From stuff that we've worked on together, and it's I love it. It's the best thing that I've ever gotten as a present.
Okay.
But basically, you just look through this. These are the emblems. I'm gonna talk to chat while you try that, and I can jump in. But
face, inside, outside, mountain. Okay, mountain valley.
You didn't miss anything, Ellery. We're back where I'm picking up right where we left off right now. Yes. Natasha is here because she and I were filming Who Done It, and it is so sweet, right? I have to share a picture on the community tab now. I want everybody to see it. It's gorgeous. I love it so much.
I actually got it up there too.
She did.
I like parkoured up there.
She came into my house and parkoured up there and got it up there before I knew. So it was just a surprise. Not only that it existed, but that it was there, and it will never come down unless I move from this house, and then it's coming with me. But
how do I do this?
So like this line, this is one. Okay. So like it's this step. Okay. So you look at the book and you try to figure out what that step indicates, and then you fold.
Okay.
It's what kind of fold you want.
Okay.
And then you have to follow the instructions. Right. I was getting too tired and my brain was turning too much because this was at the 10-hour mark. Yeah. Almost. And I was just like, you know what? If I can't do this, I'm not going to be able to do this. So, yeah. So, Ellery, you haven't missed anything. This is where we were. I spent the first, few minutes of this stream just catching Natasha up on what she missed on the last stream. Because we're very close to the end, so we've got some time.
This is like, it's folding. I don't know what we're folding.
Well, this is what you're folding.
No, I know, but like, I thought we were folding a crane, and now I'm confused because this is not how you fold a crane at all. So I'm just going to pretend like this is not what we're folding. And because I do it in a very specific way, but I guess they don't. Okay, so
I've seen you, because she folds origami cranes, and she has, how long have you been doing origami?
Since I was like 7.
She's really good at it, and cranes are her thing, and she folds them. She can fold them so that they're so tiny they're like this. Like we worked on this show called The Gifted together. We were core extras, and we had this thing where we would hide these tiny little cranes around the set, and people would find them, and it would just make them so happy because it was this teeny tiny little origami crane, and it was beautiful.
They would.
But it was like it's folded from like a little piece of paper that's like barely an inch by inch piece. It's really cool. I think that this folds to front.
Looks fold to front.
Yes.
Okay.
Because if you do it wrong, you're gonna realize very quickly that like that step. So that like.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Okay. We fold the front again. I think. No, that's a.
There's one way to find out. Oh, you did it.
Okay.
This is where I got stuck, I think. Because I think that one is fold and then unfold, but I could be wrong. Again, I got stuck, so don't listen to me.
Fold in front, fold behind. See, that they shouldn't. That's too close.
Vincent, there's two of us. Natasha is here because we had a meeting to go to, and then we also had the episode 6 of Whodunit video to do. So while Natasha was here, we thought it'd be fun for her to help me finish this game, this godforsaken game that I actually love, but it was such a hard thing.
That's not it.
Okay.
Looks like it looks like it was lining up like it was it.
It was. Okay.
So mountain fold. And Natasha is actually in real life very good at origami, so I thought it would be funny for her to try to solve the origami puzzle. This is a good time to tell you that we've technically broken into an older woman's room while she's not there and are just doing illicit origami, I guess, because Natasha doesn't want, or Nancy doesn't want to do it. They both have names that start with N, so keep getting their names mixed up.
Should be fold in front.
Yes, thank you guys for all being here. I forgot to populate the stream, so it's just a straight up surprise stream today. So thankfully I keep VODs up so that nobody feels cheated out of
This isn't it.
No. The problem is that they're not following what they're saying is supposed to happen. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm glad that somebody who actually knows about origami is confused like I am, because I was very confused last night, but my brain was also mushy by the end of the night.
Well, I mean, yeah. Okay, so it wasn't turn over and it wasn't fold to front. It's supposed to be fold to front because that's what that means.
But isn't this like this one? Doesn't that mean like fold and then unfold? Because it's like the zigzag.
I think so. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, you fold and unfold.
Oh, so I see what you mean. And then we do that. Oh,
and then we do this.
Because that's 6. Because I know my Roman numerals.
Yeah, that's 4. And this is 5. So this
are we showing anymore? Because the red light's not on.
No, the red light's not on when we're streaming.
Okay, cool.
That's another reason why I have this.
Oh, awesome.
So that I can see, so that if anything happens, I can see, and I can also see what they're saying.
This is fold back.
Illicit origami is a very fun phrase. That would be a good name for a band.
Yes, we'll add that.
Add that to the list.
Okay, so this looks like push invert.
What was the 5th step, by the way?
Like bamboo. I should search the property for something made out of that.
Okay. So here, I can.
Oh, I fixed it. Yay,
you solved it, Natasha. You solved Nancy's puzzle. It is not. It is so like I was just getting so tripped up on it, and I was
that's because what they said in the little book
didn't match up.
It didn't match up, and then you didn't know the numbers. Anyways, it was.
That looks like the image on the letter. It
Does
looks
it?
like I could pry
it's
this
bamboo.
open if I had the right tool.
What do I need to pry this open? Do I have something to pry? Technically, I should be able to just pry it open with this key, but she's not going to let me do that. Let me think.
Let's use a CD.
Yeah, the CD.
The bathhouse token, maybe.
I don't think it's going to let... Where?
I thought that was... Oh, no.
This is a puzzle. I'm going to have to think for a second about how to do that. While I'm thinking about that, here, I'm going to show you a couple of puzzles.
Okay, that's what I was calling the bathhouse token.
Oh, this is... I think this is a room key for the room that we just broke into.
Okay, cool.
We kind of sort of stole a key. Technically, these should work, but the game is like, no, there's a very specific thing that you need to find, and you need to find it right now. I think it's like a screwdriver, and it's over here in the work shed. This is where Taro works. Let's see. Can I take one of the tools? Can I take one of the tools? It won't let me take the tool.
Lame.
Nancy's being pedantic again. Oh, I can take this one. Okay, so we've... Oh, this is just to hear our scary...
your scary sounds.
Ghost noises, which... This one's just silence. We didn't catch anything there.
Silence.
There's one where we caught like an argument, and then there's one where we caught like a spooky couple where we caught like spooky noises.
Do that.
Oh yeah, these are the sisters arguing.
You get what you want, Yumi.
No, don't stop. Please continue with your speech. I love
Very
your
American.
train to get picked on by you two.
Yeah,
way to spend my day.
I went on
Can't
record
wait
and
for
was
the
like,
main
I have
phone
no
messages
idea
about what an awful
if
sister I
this
am
is
because I
an
never
accurate
listen.
representation
You've
of
got to be
anything
selfish
Japan,
about this
and
too.
somebody who is
Everything's
more
always
knowledgeable
about
with that
you.
culture was like, well, the
She asks
accents are
one thing
bad.
from you and you act
That
like
we
the
could just say
other
that. I
one.
was like, if they're as
shut
bad
up.
as that
You
southern
want
accent was, I can 100% understand the level of
It's
bad.
about me.
I can do better voice acting than this.
Brat?
Goodness.
You want to see
Hire me,
Brat?
guys.
I'll show you Brat. It looks a
You
lot
want
like
Brat? I'll show you Brat.
Yeah, we heard her.
I can't believe you just
She
did
threw
that.
something in the water. It was actually the key for the grandma's room, and that's how we got it. And then we
Okay.
broke into the grandma's room.
Cool. I
We
thought she
should
was
check
strangling
that out.
someone. I'm a little bit disappointed now.
No, the games are a
Not
lot,
that
but they're
dark.
not that dark. There are murders in a couple of them, but they use them sparingly because they're like, we don't want to be too graphic. Usually it's just like arson, just like run-of-the-mill teenager crime.
Just a
Thank
minor
you,
felony.
Ellery. I think I know what we're going to be doing. I'm mostly just going to let Natasha solve a couple of the mini games because she wasn't here to experience it, and I think she'd have fun. Since we have time and we are incredibly close to the end of this game. So here's... Oh, can I show you the cat? This is the cat.
Suki.
You can give it commands.
Tate.
Suki.
I don't know what any of these mean, but when you give her commands, she does different things.
It's the ears.
It's the way the ears.
I've
What's
decided
up,
the
cat?
ears.
Omawari.
What's up, cat?
Natasha is squarely in the Suki is terrifying camp.
Yeah, no, I'm not vibing with Suki.
This collar we won for her.
Suki.
Well, then Suki needs to be less creepy.
We won it for her because she was a gift from the boyfriend to the
Suki,
girlfriend, and they were angry at each other. So Nancy was like, I'm gonna help them, and I'm gonna win this thing so you can give it to your girlfriend.
What on God's green earth was
Suki.
that?
No.
Suki, sweetheart, you shouldn't be
Did I
throwing
just say
anything up.
Bourgeois?
Yeah, it was Borura, which I don't know what means, honestly. Mate means
She's a
wait.
kind.
Mate means wait, which I'm gonna
I know very little Japanese, but I know a little bit.
and then if you tell her
Suki.
mate, she just waits and she goes into non-protective mode because we had to open this
Ah.
and she's like a guard cat.
Suki.
Ah.
Mate.
So if you tell her to wait, then she's like, okay,
Whatever.
cool. So yeah, let's see. Let's do.
I was one of those kids that watched anime, but none of it had subtitles, so I just sort of had to figure it out. Not on purpose. It was before you could really pirate it very well.
I've still only seen a few animes in my time. I've seen Full Metal Alchemist. I've seen Death Note, which I love. I love both of those.
You'd love Yu Yu Hakusho, I think.
You keep telling me I need to see Yu Yu
Love Yu Yu
Hakusho, and I just
Hakusho.
haven't gotten around to doing it. We should watch it sometime.
We should.
This is, by the way, a comic book that taught us about EVP.
Awesome.
It is about a dude and his fox friend.
Okay.
I
Naturally.
didn't mean to open that up, but we got that, so I just thought I'd show
Naturally.
you. I'm on the fence. She's kind of cute, like I told Avery. I think it's her eyes. Yeah.
It's the eyes or the ears.
Depending on the angle you look at her, she's either, or I guess technically, so it's a boy cat. but
Okay, sorry.
It's but it's
misgendering the cat.
but it's but we were all confused because we thought Suki was a feminine name, which it doesn't matter, but we didn't know, so we keep saying it's a she because her name is Suki, but it's a
my
she,
mother
I
keeps
think.
calling Gigi a girl.
Oh,
And I'm like, Mama, first of all, Gigi was never a girl. And second of all, Gigi is no longer with us.
Gigi has passed on.
So let's
Oh
just-
gosh,
Yeah.
pets.
But then she calls Livy a boy, and I'm just like, I don't think she just has concept anymore.
Natasha is a cat lady like I am.
I
We have tons of stories about our various pets.
Too
Okay,
many
puzzles. Nonograms, renograms, Sudoku. What do you want to start with?
I don't think I'll be any good at any of them, so
All right, I'm gonna start with you with a nonogram because there is going to be a much more intensive nonogram that we're all gonna have to solve together.
Cool.
So, basically,
number fill a block. Numbers represent a group. Oh, this is very confusing. Start with the large numbers. So it's like Sudoku, but not.
Ellery, he says Natasha's cultured Yu Yu Hakusho is great. He's complimented you on your.
I grew up with Yu Yu Hakusho.
I've heard it's very good.
Dragon Ball Z.
I'm completely uncultured, and I've only seen like 3 anime. What is the other one? East of Eden. Is that what it's even called? Saw that one. It's only like 12 episodes. It's good. So this was the one that we did. So like this one says 8, so there's gonna be 8 touching in that column. And there's 10 in this, so all of them are together.
Okay.
So there's 3. This is
so
3, 3.
Image.
So it's like, yes, and it makes an image. So if you start getting off track, you start understanding that you're off track because it's not an image.
Got it.
So this is the one that you can solve.
Okay. Does that mean 12?
No, it means 1 and 2. So there's going to be a 1 somewhere, and then independently of that 1, there's going to be a 2. You can right-click to X out things that you know are going to be blank spaces. And just regular click to fill in the square.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep forgetting the well, no, that's going to be 1 1 1 1, so there's going to be spaces at least in between the 2 of them.
How do I erase?
Here,
There we go. Click it again.
But like I would start down here because we know for a fact that means all 10 of those are going to be so that'll give you a starting point. Not trying to throw you to the wolves,
No.
but I'm also not trying to micromanage.
No, I appreciate it.
There you go. I keep forgetting the if the cat is a boy or girl. I think she said it was a boy. Well, like, so this one says 6 and 1, so that one's the 1, so that one's gonna have to be blank because there's gonna have to be at least 1 space between the 2, so you can right click and X that one.
No. There we go.
Yeah.
I still don't understand. I'll get there in the end.
Do you want me to do it to show you?
Yeah.
So this says 1 and 2. So
Yeah.
that means somewhere in this there's gonna be a 1 block by itself and then 2 next to each other.
Okay, 2
So
consecutive.
like we know that this is gonna have to be part of the 2, so we know that one's gonna have to be filled in, and then we know because there's gonna have to be at least 1 space between it and the 1 that's gonna be that.
Okay.
This has to be X. Oh, I keep doing it. Sorry, it's my mouse pad.
Go ahead.
So yeah, that's gonna have to be X. That's gonna have to be a 2, so you can make that a 2 and then X out the 1 after it.
So this is every other. So there's 5 1, so it would have to be every other because there's 10 across. I just don't know if it's that one, like that one.
Yeah,
that
there's
one,
wiggle room, so we can
one,
give it a second.
That one and that one.
Yeah, because it could technically be,
or it could be opposite.
So you could guess, or you could come back to it at one.
Yeah,
but
that's the whole that's the way it works.
Yes,
I think. Cool.
Yes,
okay,
that's the concept.
Never played this before. This is
I hadn't played it before this game, and then I got into nonograms separately.
Yeah, it's a lot like Sudoku.
Yeah, like this is a 2, so you know that one's gonna be filled in, and then that one's gonna be that.
No, I don't get it.
No. So this says 1 1 1, so there's gonna be 1 separate.
Yeah.
1 separate, 1 separate, and then a 2.
Yeah.
So this is filled in.
Oh,
so
okay.
this is gonna have to be part of the 2, so we know that that's also filled in and that's X'd out because
Okay.
there's gonna have to be at least 1 space between. Even if the next 1 was here, there would have to be 1 blank space, or it would just be a 3.
Got it. We should have started with Sudoku. At least I know the rules to that. Okay. So I'm honestly not gonna get anywhere unless you do this. I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, it's cool. I didn't want to micromanage. But
no, I
also
appreciate
didn't
it, but
want to.
I'm just like,
So
I'm
like
not
these are
getting it.
3s, so we know those are 3s like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Sudoku where you have to give yourself clues and then just kind of figure the rest out. And sometimes you break down crying in the middle. That one's 3. Well, I do. I don't know if everybody else does that.
I definitely
crying
do.
is always a step in most puzzles for me. So those are all X'd out.
Okay.
So let's see, what else can we do? Okay, so this, for example, 1 1
Okay,
1,
so that gives us the clue for that. Yeah.
Right. So or it could be 1 1 1. No, it can't be.
No,
it has
can't
to
be.
be
It
like
has to be
this
that.
because that's the
Either
only way
or.
it fits
Mhm.
now.
Okay.
So we know that that's that, and then these are all X'd out.
Okay.
Cool. So now let's see what else. What else do we know? Okay, so this has to be 6. See this 1
Yeah,
2 3 4 5 6.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It's very much like Sudoku.
So this has to be X'd out because that's a 1.
Uh-huh.
This has to be that because that's a 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that has to be X'd out.
1 2. Yeah.
This has to be X'd out, which means that these 2 definitely have to be X'd out because even if it reaches that far and it doesn't incorporate that, those 2 can't be reached.
Yeah.
2. Let's see. Oh, this is 6. 1 2 3 4 5. So we know this has to be X'd out. And this has. Well, no, that's not true. Let me go back. take back my bullshit story. My dad always says that it's from The Fugitive. Would you like to amend your statement, sir? What? Do you want to change your bullshit story? So yeah. I've only seen MHA and a YouTube anime about a fashionista character that has a magical boutique that helps people be their true self. That sounds awesome.
That's very wholesome.
What is that called? I want to watch that now.
I watched Cardcaptor Sakura as a child. Of course, Digimon and Pokemon and all that. I was really into anime in my teens, and then there was just so much I gave up. I was watching Spy Times Family, Spy X Family, which is very cute. But then I didn't have money to pay for Crunchyroll anymore, so I was like, well, I guess I'll get that when I get paid again.
Yeah,
because I have like 7,000 other streaming services. So
yeah. I have juggled so many streaming services, and it helps like with the channel. But the worst one that I've ever used, and it was only on a free trial because I refused to give this company money. But PureFlix is the worst one. The only reason I tried PureFlix free trial is because it's the only place you can legally stream Saddle Club. I don't know why. Don't know why that show got bought by PureFlix. But unless I wanted to watch it completely legally, which would have just been easier for everybody instead of dealing with the PureFlix free trial.
Yeah.
But I tried to be legal about it, and I had to deal with PureFlix, and I was like, never again. Canceled it like the day. I had like 3 more days on the trial. I was like, there's literally nothing else on this godforsaken thing that I would ever watch. So I just got rid of it, and we have never looked back.
Never looked back.
Half of that video is just me complaining about how bad the streaming services and forgetting about the show in general. But the show is good.
I get it now, but now I don't know where to go.
So this is the thing. I think we can safely assume, because this is like 1, 2, 1, 1, and that's that.
Yeah.
I think we can safely assume that that has to be a 1.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not. It doesn't have to be, but I think that's the way that it's going to be. So I think we can work from there.
Okay.
So that's going to be another 1. This probably is going to. That has to be a 2. Not probably. That has to be a 2. Which means that is X'd out. So that gives us a little bit more to go off of.
Yeah.
Late to its major hype, but I've been really liking Castlevania anime lately. I've been meaning to watch it. I played a little bit of the original Castlevania game, but I have not seen the show, but I've heard nothing but good things about it, so.
I have too.
Thank you for saying that, Ellery. I'm going to have to go watch it. I have to look it up. It's a very abstract fashion style and like purple hair. Look it up. Cool.
Naturally.
If you ever find out, just let me know.
You have purple hair, you gotta be the main character.
I used to have very long, very purple hair. I don't know if anybody, aside from maybe you, have you ever seen pictures of me in high school with my very long purple hair?
Yeah.
It was very, very, like, down to my hips, long hair, very purple. This was a phase that I went through. And I loved my purple hair, but purple hair is hard to keep up.
Yeah.
So I eventually went to being a redhead and then went back to being brunette. And now I'm back to being a redhead, but I have to do my roots because they're very prominent. So,
roots.
you know. Or just start telling people that I dye my roots brown for science. I don't know. Whichever one is the most believable thing.
I'm not getting anywhere.
Let's see. We might just have to start making some guesses. If that's, which is fine. Let's see. It has to be 4 somewhere. I could guess that 4 would go like centered because this seems pretty more. It would be easier if I knew what the picture was we're making, but that's part of the struggle is we're supposed to not know. But let's see.
Where's the fun in that?
Okay, so this is a 3. So like, even if that 3 reaches there, we've already got a 1 here, and a 3 has to come next. And like, yeah, so we know that has to be. Whoops. That has to be an X. Which means that that's a 1. Okay, so that helps us a little bit, which means that these are part of the 6. So these are X'd out. So that gets us somewhere. This is a 1, so this has to be like that. That's also like that. This is a 1, 1, 2, 1. I only see one other way that you could do that, and if it's like that. So that's like that. is this. This is 1. 1 is going to go in either of those spaces. And that's
too soon to tell.
Plausible, so it's too soon to tell. This has to be like this. This has to be like this. What do we think it's gonna be?
I don't know. I'm trying to look at it.
I see like a little ghost face right here,
I see
but
like
my brain
a
is like
clown.
there's lavender hair with blunt bangs and a bubble shaped net hat. I think I'm going from memory. I'll look it up. I bet I could find it. Feels like something that would be fun to talk about on the channel. Now we could guess that there's 1 here, and then these 2 would be X'd out if we wanted to guess, but we'll leave that for. We'll give ourselves a second before we straight up guess. Let's see. It's gonna have to be 3, 2. Oh, this has to be X'd out. So 1 is, if a 1 goes here, it cannot go here because of the way that the 3 is going to have to sit.
Mm-hmm.
So once we know that, we're a little bit in the clear on that. Let's see. I feel like I just say let's see over and over when I have nothing else.
I mean, you know.
When I'm grasping for the words. Again, I could start just guessing, and maybe I'd regret that, but wonder. My gut tells me that the 1 is this because that would solve whatever that is. So let's just assume that and see where that gets us.
Yeah.
3 is gonna go somewhere here. That's a 2. 4 is gonna go somewhere here.
Yeah.
2, 1, 1, 1. 2. Let me think. I might just have to get to a guessing and just being like, this is how we are now. Let's guess that, because that's a triangle. Maybe that gives us like that. I don't know. Again, if it's wrong, we can fix it.
Everyone's very upset there's no D&D tonight, although I'm pretty sure he told us that last week. I just forgot.
If that's that, then that would have to be like that.
So is the picture in the X's or the dark?
The picture is in the colored in. Because the X's are going to go away. We're just marking that that's clear so that we don't forget. Abstract. Yes. Well, and also it could be my guessing that's throwing everything off. That's also possible, but trying to decide what looks more I'm going off of what the picture might be, but that's a bad strategy because I have no idea what the picture might be.
Better strategy than me.
All right, let's say that.
Looks like a sushi roll.
It does.
Or a cinnamon roll or something. Your grandma almost convinced your dad to make cinnamon rolls this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My dad, if anybody doesn't know, makes the best cinnamon rolls, and everybody is obsessed with them, and everybody's always asking him to make them, and he loves making them, but everybody feels bad because they're like a really intensive thing to make. So like everybody's just like, wow, your cinnamon rolls are so good. And he's like, I'll make some right now. And it's like, oh, go ahead. No, please don't. Not on my account.
A 5-hour process. I don't know how long I was guessing.
Non-human though, so the whole thing. While she's helping, she kind of has thoughts. Like, ugh, humans are weird. We're not dreaming how they want. Yeah.
Like Doctor Who.
Ugh, humans are weird is a pretty logical statement that I can get behind. For sure. Let's just say... No, that wouldn't be it. Let's say that that's like that, maybe? Okay, something I did wrong. I did something wrong because Nancy would be like, oh, this is correct. Oh.
Because Nancy is silent.
That's correct. So that has to be like that. Potentially. Right.
All I can see is a cinnamon roll.
I see the cinnamon roll too. Oh! This is also going to be something. Hang on. There has to be a 1 somewhere here that I just kind of straight up forgot about. Nope, that can't be that. Yeah, let me undo these things. And if we really wanted to, we could nope out of the puzzle. But I feel like you and I are stubborn enough that we're like, no, I need to know what this is.
Maybe it's the cat.
Okay, so this is a problem right here. That needs to be a 1, not a 2. So that was a problem.
Yeah, I see that now.
This has to be a 1 somewhere. So let's say that the 4 is... but that doesn't make sense either. No, because it has to be a 1 there. Okay, so that has to be a 1, and that has to be like that. So that... But that doesn't make any sense. I have confusion. And sadness. Oh, I see what I did wrong. That has to be like that. That is that. I'm guessing that's what I did wrong. And then a 1 has to go somewhere here. It can't go there because that's a 1.
And it can't go there.
And it can't go
here.
There.
Where would it go then?
And this also needs another 1 in this thing, which doesn't make any... So it can't go there. Can't go there. It can't go there potentially, or unless we want to move that one there. Which makes sense. I see a little bit of this forming.
It's like a Naruto symbol.
Funny because it's true. We're probably the weirdest things on Earth. We probably are the weirdest things on Earth, Emma. Grandma was really good at making stuffed cabbage. Ooh, but I always feel bad knowing that it took forever to hand roll and make everything. Ooh, yeah, that's another thing that's hard. Like, it takes a long time, but it's really good.
Just ask cats. I'm pretty sure we're the weirdest things in the world.
What if it's like... No. And what if it's like that? And maybe... No, it can't be that. Oh, this. Maybe this goes like that.
Another one down.
What is it?
What is it?
What the hell is that? What is that supposed to be? Is it a snail? Is it like that's the shell? Squint. Like close one eye and then close the other eye. And imagine a snail.
Oh, I see now.
Okay. It's a snail.
Sure, Nancy.
I absolutely love the Tumblr meme of humans are just space orcs. Yes, I love that meme too.
Well, let's do Sudoku because I know how to do that.
Okay. Here, well, before we do that, I'm going to show you something. What time is it in-game? It is 3:26 in the morning in-game, which means Nancy will not ride the train because the trains have stopped. So I'm going to switch it to daytime because I want to see you kill a bento box because I think that would be very fun. Yeah, you get an award at the end of the game if you do like a lot of Rentaro's puzzles for no reason, but it's like, but at what cost do I win the award? My sanity.
How'd it get so late already? I should get to bed.
Humans really are just space orcs, though. Oh, I forgot that I had chocolate milk. We were getting ready to come up here and film, and my mom said, hey, you guys want this chocolate milk? It's in a jar, but it's just regular chocolate milk. We couldn't fit the whole jug in the thing, and we were like, okay.
I almost brought the jar up.
It does look like a cake roll. Emma says it looks like a cake roll.
Okay.
I think Emma's correct. It looks more like a cake roll than it looks like a snail.
Well,
but
whatever
I think they're animal themed, so the only thing I could think of is either like a snail or a hermit crab or something like that. We're going to go into the city. Where are we going? Here. This reminds me of Marta, just more intense than Marta.
Yeah.
Did I still go to the wrong place? I think I still went to the wrong place. Oh! No, I went to the wrong place again. No. Okay, well, we're here, so I'm gonna do something. Oh! That's not where I wanted to go. Sorry. That's her apartment. I keep forgetting where everything is in relation to each other. I know that there are several places that we keep going to, and I can't remember what's what. Alright. This is... Okay, this is the expo. So let's... a bento box.
What's going on?
We can also talk to her about that
outside
thing.
your apartment, trying to scare you last night.
What do you mean?
I woke up in the middle of the
She can
night
ditch out
and
at
there
any
was this
time,
red
Ellery. I'm
light
not
in
gonna
the
make her
window.
finish it. I just
And
want
it
her to
said,
see it because I think
know
she'll think
your
it's
secret,
adorable.
Yumi. See you again soon.
Imagine
It's
telling
not
somebody that
funny,
you saw
Nancy.
that
I wasn't
in
trying to be
their
funny.
house.
It's true.
Saw somebody write
was
this
written on
ghostly
my window,
message
in my apartment.
saying, I
You're not
know your
lying?
secret.
I'm not.
You swear?
I
Why was she in
promise
her
you.
apartment?
What does it mean?
Because she made us help with bento, and then we missed our last train, so we had no else to go.
What was she right about?
Nancy, don't go back to the Ryoka. Just go home, okay? Find your friends and go home.
Played this game for almost 11 hours straight.
Hi.
Great picture of Bess.
She also sends us pictures.
I love that one.
We can just keep telling her that all the pictures are good, but I want you to see.
The
bento. Whole chat, by the way, is like, how dare you make Natasha do bento? Okay. So you've got the bear. Everything has an egg, a rice thing, and a sandwich. They are bear, cat, and pig themed, because we're not working with the bunnies. And so what we're gonna do is these give you clues. So like the cat rice has to be next to a sandwich of some kind. An egg has to be next to a sandwich of any species. The pig has to have at least three spaces. So basically it can't be up here in this corner. Or like up here. It has to go in like either here or here. A pig sandwich. Then the bear egg goes above a cat. And you go through and it's like a lot.
Cool.
You don't have to solve it, but I wanted you to see it. I would never be so cruel.
So an egg sandwich. Egg sandwich. Egg sandwich. Okay. So it could either be here or here. No, here, because it's gotta have 3.
It could basically be in these 2 spaces.
This
says sandwich goes in the middle. So basically there's gonna be a pig, some kind of sandwich, and some kind of rice. So maybe it goes there, and then another pig, and then some kind of rice goes down there. You could try it. It's like, oh, BTW, someone threatened to leak your secret. Yeah. Nancy's just, like, all up in everybody's business. Nancy will literally listen to a couple screaming at each other and then go up and be like, so are things going bad with you and your boyfriend?
Okay, so I've got a pig sandwich.
The puzzle makes me hungry, too.
Pig sandwich, another pig up here. But I can't do that because the pig has to have...
Well, no, just that one, just the pig sandwich. So, like, so all of these, that doesn't have to apply to every pig thing.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So I can just, like...
Yeah, just put a random
pig.
I want to know how they get the eggs carved that way. I feel like that would be hard.
And then something rice. Rice doesn't seem good. There needs to be a cat and cat rice next to a sandwich.
Cat rice.
Cat rice. But then there also needs to be cat.
Yeah,
somewhere.
so, okay, so that means... Let me think about this.
So that doesn't do...
So that must be the cat... That must be cat something up there.
Yeah.
That would make it easier anyway.
So
if that's cat something...
Then this can't be pig.
No, it can be, because those can be all cat, but then this could be a pig, a sandwich, and something else down here. That would still be true.
Okay. Alright,
Go away, find your friends, and go home. I'm ready to do more bento. Okay, yeah. She's not gonna free help. Like, girls work in the bento stand all by herself at this busy expo. Although we haven't seen any other people at the internationally busy expo.
But a cat needs to be underneath a bear egg.
Ah, I see that. Okay, so let's try this. Let's maybe put the pig sandwich here. And maybe let's put the 3 cats of some kind here. And then the bear goes up there. Maybe the cat sandwich goes here? Yeah. Put the cat sandwich there so that the pig sandwich thing goes in the middle.
Okay.
And the bear egg would go up there then.
And the cat rice would go down.
Cat rice.
And there needs to be a pig in this corner, but I don't know what kind yet for this.
Wait, the egg has to go over a cat. Actually, move that one over, because that would have to be a pig for that rice to make sense. This sounds so weird out of context.
But the pig...
Like, put that there, maybe?
Put the cat rice there?
I think so. And move this here. And then put the other cat... Or, no, move this there and put the other cat there. Okay. Not the backseat drive.
Alright, okay. So we have an egg next to a sandwich. Yeah, maybe.
we could put the other egg there, and then that, well, put the bear sandwich there, and then put the egg there. Like, up. Or, no, I guess it could go in either place. Forget what I said. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not being helpful, I'm just being distracting.
Let's see.
These streams in a nutshell. Nancy forgets how non-traumatized teenagers react to things. Us. Nancy Marie Eloise Drew. How dare you? Yes, we've given Nancy a doubled up last name.
I love it. This can't be here, though, because the pig has to have nothing around him.
No. They're all going to be filled in. It just is telling you that, like, that pig sandwich can't go, like, there because there's not 3 spaces around it.
Oh, got ya.
So that could be there.
Cat, rice. Alright, so we've got rice pig and rice bear left.
Move this one because that's going to have to be a pig something for that to make sense.
Okay.
It needs to be pig sandwich rice.
Pig sandwich rice. Oh. So this one needs to be moved.
The bear egg goes over a cat of some kind, so as long as it's over one of these 2, you're in the clear.
Okay.
But if that's that, then you're gonna need to put, like, there's gonna have to be a sandwich in the middle somewhere. Now it could be, maybe it could be the bear sandwich. No, because it has to be.
The cats have to do something.
Yeah, the cats have to do something. So put, let's see, let me think. Sorry.
Unless we move the cats up here.
Or down. They don't necessarily have to be on the top. You could slide those 2 down.
Which 2?
No, because the sandwich has to go. Put the bear sandwich maybe goes there, and maybe the pig rice goes there, and then put that in, and Nancy's gonna tell us that it's wrong.
All right, another.
We did it! Yeah. That was
There you go.
terrifying, right? I struggled through that like 3 or 4 times.
I mean, that's fair.
I really like the picture of you.
We
and
can also give our
Taro.
phone charms away,
I know,
but I
isn't
don't
that
want
one
to.
great?
I like my phone charm.
I should go. I'll
Well,
talk
not to
to you
this
later.
Check.
Bye.
You've not given us anything.
This is my mom friend teaching my friends and I how to do math problems, and I love it. I'm the mom friend in every situation, I think. It comes from, well, you're also the oldest. You're also kind of a mom friend. It comes from being the oldest daughter in the family,
Yeah.
I think.
Competing mom friends have to like out mom each other sometimes.
I went to the wrong place again. Sorry, Nancy. You're gonna just take a ride on the train and then come. If Nancy swore, she'd be swearing at me right now. But
Well, it takes like 2 seconds, Nancy. Come on.
okay, let's. So this is pachinko. You played pachinko?
A long time ago. I vaguely remember pachinko.
So all you have to do is just launch the little balls. Put the thing in, and you just launch them. And once you get any that you can get into that, kind of falls down like Plinko. Any that you can get down like that, you get a spin, and it's just like a slot machine. And then when you win on the slot machine, you win points, like an arcade. Yay! I got the 2 boxes. And you don't have to wait for them to fall all the way down if you don't want to.
Okay.
I just so that you could see how it goes. Hey, you hit the super mega jackpot!
Yeah. Oh, that day. Is this random? There's nothing you can do to...
I mean, I think technically, depending on how much you give yourself a better chance if you, like if you were to fire, 3 and they were to all, hit each other, then those are not gonna go in. But you can just keep. For those just coming in, we're about to beat the game, and I knew we had very little left to do, and Natasha is jumping on stream today, so I just wanted to show her some of the mini-games. Being the parental friend is wild sometimes. If I was alone, I'd be complacent, but my friends need an extra napkin. They're getting the extra napkin. Right? It's like, if I'm alone, I'm like, I haven't drank water all day. That's probably fine, but my friends are dehydrated. I'm like, have you put on sunscreen? Are you drinking enough water? Went to Six Flags with my friend, and I instantly become a mother at Six Flags. I'm like, does everybody have sunscreen? Does everybody have enough water?
You can have chaos. This is so much fun.
Yes. Yeah. But if you want to play again, you just have to back out and then go back in.
Come on.
So it reminds me of Plinko, the way that it falls down, and I was like, did Price is Right steal the concept of Plinko?
Probably.
Probably. It's an American-made thing. Americans steal everything.
That's very cool. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I was doing sound effects for the little...
I loved it.
Thank you. So yes, you win, and then you get these, and then you can put them in here, and if you have enough, the game is like, hey, you can win a prize! Like Chuck E. Cheese. But less stressful. I've actually never been in a Chuck E. Cheese. I was a sheltered homeschool kid.
I must have? Do I remember? Not quite.
Wait. Where did they go?
Did they just steal my marbles?
Marbles. I was about to ask where are my balls, and then that sounded wrong as I was trying to say it, so marbles is better.
Well, and then I thought, well, yeah, because I don't have any marbles.
You can't really win anything, though.
Lame. That looks like a vape.
It does. I don't think vapes existed when this game came out, though. So yeah, you can win things. Like that's how I got most of these charms. Want to see how I got these charms? That's how we got these. So anyway, we can go back and do a lot important things, but I wanted you to get a taste of this game.
I love it.
A little bit of
Tasty game.
I'm still holding the marbles. Put them back. Nancy looks like such a tourist. I've lost my marbles. Yeah, I mean, I've done that. I can do that without losing the actual marbles in this game, but you know.
My mom has a favorite quote of all the things that I've ever lost, I miss my mind the most. It's like, yeah, that's very deep, Mama.
Existential quote.
It was.
Okay, so now we get to stop having fun. No, I'm just kidding. We get to go and actually
solve
important things.
A not murder.
Well, yeah, it's implied to us that, like, maybe the mom was murdered. Spoiler alert, we've pretty much already found out it was an accident, but now somebody's exploiting her death to try to, like, mess with this family.
Exploitation.
Yeah. You know how that goes.
There was not a satisfying pop. I was
it was in a baggie. I was about to be mad at it for it not being waterlogged.
Must have meant something to Kasumi if she went through so much trouble to hide
Nancy, you were in denial about what it means. I'll show you what it means. This puzzle is the bane of my existence. And I say that about every other puzzle we encounter in this whole series, but this one is truly, like, known as being one of, like, the worst. Oh, shoot. So we have to break into one of these rooms, and then there's a secret passage from one of the rooms. The problem is, I do not remember which room. So give me a second while I find it out. I'm so impressed and grateful that we have people on stream because just forgot to populate the stream, and then was like, oh. It makes me think of when Markiplier did his reverse charity stream, and he was like, surprise, we're doing something. No, I think it was on the other side. I remember it being on the other side, I think. We've kind of got a key that unlocks most any doors ending in an 8 and 9. So Nancy's just kind of breaking in brazenly. Because nobody else is in this hotel because everybody else has been scared away except for Nancy. And Nancy's like, I can't leave until I help this family. All their business is gone.
So I'm just going to break into these rooms. But only that end in 9s.
I mean, we're doing it for their benefit. So really, it's a morally gray situation. How do didn't I have to hit this thing for the thing to open? We clicked on this thing and then the thing opened up. Is it? Oh, it's in here. It's already open. Okay. I was like, game, if you forgot that there's a secret passageway there, we're gonna have beef. Okay. So this is depressing. This is where the mom died. They've walled off this part of the...
Okay.
And there's like a little shrine there. This is a giant nonogram puzzle. And it opens a safe.
Okay.
So yes. Oh, or the sewers. It can't be worse than the entirety of Ransom of the Seven Ships. Ransom of the Seven Ships was this terrible game that we were playing, you'll notice that this is a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 by 25 nonogram.
And I had trouble with the 10 by 10.
The 10 by 10. So that was this. Now we're doing all of this. So we, let's see. Okay, that's a 2. So that has to be that. That is a 2. So that, whoops. Nope. Nancy. Not sure how the mechanisms of this work, but you know what? It's working for Nancy, so
barely.
We take what we can get. This is gonna be a 16. So once we get that, that's gonna be a huge break for us. This is an 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The sound is pretty great. The dripping in the background.
Yes, the sound engineers had a lot of fun.
And then you know, going back to this calm music for half a second.
Okay, so we can't fit, because there's only 8 spaces left, we can't fit the 5 and the 3, so the 3 is going to go somewhere up here. So I can safely guess that these 2 are going to be filled in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can also safely guess that... Wait, did I do that math right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I can safely guess that these 2 are also going to be filled in. That gives me something. God, I feel like I'm losing my place because it's such a long thing. Okay, so that's going to be 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it goes there. And then what's this one? Oh, good lord, that's also 8. Okay. The game developers must have just been evil. No, I'm just kidding. Like, these are games, like, we keep saying, like, what are these MIT-bound children? What children did they think were gonna beat this game? 1, 9, and 2. Okay, so that is probably going to be, well, I'll come back to that in a second, because it's less sure than the other one, so. I'm just trying to not to lose my place. Okay, this is a 7. Wait, we don't, no, this is gonna have to be the 7, so that's like that. Sounds like Nancy's just like banging her head against the wall in frustration, which I would also be doing. Okay, so that, and then I'm gonna say these are both X'd out because we can't fit a 3 there. So I'm just gonna make that leap in logic. Leap with me.
We have leapt together.
Thank you. That's a 1. Boo, we can only do that one. That's a, God, we don't... Talk to whoever was sitting there and just designed this.
It was 16 at one point.
Yes, if I can figure that out. Ooh, I think I figured something out. Oh, whoops, not that. But I figured this out. That's there. So that has to be 9. We can count on all of these having to be part of that 9. And then because the next one's 4, we also know that that's going to be blocked out. And that's going to end in 1, so it has to be blocked out anyway. That's a 2. That has to be blocked. That's a 2. That's a 2 as well. 2, 2. It is a 2, 2.
I like how the music randomly starts to go a little bit sour.
Yes. Yeah. I love the sound engineering and music in this game. Emma says, the youngest in my friend group is bad at comforting people, so she's like, she's like, quit crying, it's not that bad. She's only used to comforting kids, but she means well. Bless. Maybe a giant nonogram, but it hasn't traumatized us yet, unlike any of the true random minigames. Yeah, so there's a lot of games that you encounter, or a lot of puzzles that you encounter in these games that are truly random. For example, clamming. If you say the words clamming around this group of people who have all been here with me, streaming, clamming is just a nightmare situation. Basically, we had to go clamming in this one game, and there's no specific, like, you know where you might find clams, but it's randomly generated where they are. So you have to just keep going back and forth from, like, 2 or 3 different locations.
Clamming.
Yes, clamming.
What an awful word.
Yes.
Like moist.
Ugh. Yeah. Okay,
Clamming.
so I've got one. So these mostly have to be blocked out, because this one has to be, well, not necessarily. I'll come back to that one. But these are definitely going to be, there's something blocked out somewhere here. Less helpful than it could be, but you know. keep like feeling like I'm gonna lose the.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. So part of my dyslexia, because I'm pretty badly dyslexic, is that I have to have something physically on the paper, and the best way I can describe it is, so they made me take tests online for my master's program, which I absolutely hated, because for me, I read something on the computer screen, I translate that into what it would look like physically in front of me, and then I have to translate that in my brain. I mean, all of this is happening in my brain into the actual question, and then I have to go backwards to give them the answer. And
that sounds complicated.
It was, so I'm looking at this and I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's okay. I can assume responsibility and you can be the moral support.
Sounds good.
I didn't want you to, I wanted you to feel like,
no.
I didn't want to just be like, here, watch me solve this.
It's really,
but I'm also not going to leave you here to dry.
No, it's
leave you out to dry.
It's a really cool concept. It's just, I was finding myself trying to translate, and I'm
struggling,
lost.
and I'm not even dyslexic. I'm struggling to, all right, I know that one has to be there. That's going to be a 2, so that's going to be either there or there. I'm not even dyslexic, and I'm struggling to like keep my place because I'm like, I swear, it's so big.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they would have made it even worse if it wasn't for the fact that the worst versions probably tested as impossible to win.
Or yeah, and then they couldn't fit all of the like the little numbers.
Yeah.
And still be able to poke.
Because we're on senior mode. If you're on junior mode, I think you only get like a 20 by 20, so it's like a little easier, but it's still like a monster puzzle.
So when we win, we get to get invites to MIT.
Yes.
But on a full ride scholarship.
I'm
not going otherwise.
Who can afford MIT without the full ride scholarship?
Who can afford anything without full ride scholarship?
Honestly, true. That's a 2.
Says someone who's swimming in student loan debt. Oh, me. Don't regret
The
it.
only reason I'm not swimming in debt is because I just didn't go to college. So I don't know if that's a brag. I don't think it is.
At this point, I don't know.
Flaming was nearly Nancy's villain origin story. It was terrible. It was awful.
It was our villain origin story.
Well, it was apparent. Well, it was not. I will say it wasn't as bad as the sewers. I feel cold inside when I think about the sewer puzzle because it was so bad. We were literally wandering around this, like, it's not even like a fun looking place in the game. It's like this, it's the sewers in Venice. And so you're just wandering around, basically draining and filling basically vats with sewer water, trying to figure out how you can make yourself a level walking space to walk across. And you're just stuck in this maze and you can't get out.
Is she Jesus? Is she walking on water?
Well, no, but it's like as you fill it, like the platforms come up so like you can cross. But
Nancy, that's what your leg muscles are for. You just hop.
Well, it's like a very long plate. Like it's like you're in a big, like, picture like a giant 3-story vat.
Nancy, what are you doing?
Yeah, we don't know. We really couldn't tell you. Nancy is, she's built different, I think. Where else has not been completely cornered off?
A cross-stitch.
Yes. It does remind me of, I used to cross-stitch very well, and those days
I used to enjoy cross-stitch.
Cross-stitch, I remember. JC Drew. She walks on water. Oh my god, yeah, pretty much. It's like Nancy. Okay.
There's like a pub in England that they had oh gosh, what was it? They were getting sued by the local church because they had a bread that was like named I think it was named Jesus Brie, I don't know. It was really it was funnier if I would remember the actual thing. But it was just, I was like, this is fabulous.
Well, I've told them this story, I think. I've definitely told this story in a video before. But it's like, there was this, and you've been there, this church, because there's a lot of churches around here, and that's where we end up default setting up base camp and stuff. And there was this one church where we walked in and they had like a coffee shop little thing in which a lot of non-denominational churches specifically. I grew up in a non-denominational church. They're very big on the yuppie coffee shop out front.
Yeah.
And this one was called Jehovah Java.
That's
I took really a video, funny. And it might still be pinned on my stories because it was so wonderful. So it made me laugh so genuinely that I was like, I had to take a video, and I was like, no disrespect. I think that's hilarious.
That is fabulous.
This is either a 2 or a 3. I guess it could technically be a 3 if all of that is blocked out, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. These have to be blocked out because of not being able to fit the thing that goes in between them. Let's see, what is this? Oh god. 7, 3. That has to be that. Okay. Now something is happening. So that is that, and that is that.
Guys, I just spelled sandwich like sandwich with an S instead of a C. And if that doesn't say that I'm just, I don't know what does. That was...
Ellery says, sewers were awful, and I watched it on VOD with 2x speed. Very fair. I wish I could have played it on 2x speed. And then Ransom was uniquely bad in that it also didn't have a decently organized walkthrough. Yeah, so they've been helping me, a bunch of them, like Ellery and some other people have been helping me call up walkthroughs for when I'm intensely stuck and regretting all my life choices.
It is. It was called Jesus Christ. It was a Jesus Christ sandwich. They wanted to remove it from the menu and make a 365-pound donation to the local church.
But hear me out. We call it Jesus Christ Superstar, and we make it with Wonder Bread.
Please! Please!
Oh,
counter offer.
How about... Oh, these have to be filled in. These have to be filled in. I got that lucky. These have to be filled in. Thank you. Okay.
Weird marble sound, sort of like someone dropped a marble and it went.
Yeah, that's probably not unlikely that that's how they made the thing.
Foley.
So we're gonna have to see how this goes. Let's just give it a second. This has to be 21, and that's a 2. Like that has to be a 21. That's a lot.
Well, you can. Well, it doesn't really help you, but I was going to say you can automatically assume the ones in the middle have to attach.
Yeah, we can assume that everything except for these two have to be, right? Because like the only variation of like what it's going to be is like either it goes 21 like this, or 21 like that. So everything but the 2 last squares. So let's just do that. You think we're down in the basement, but can you imagine if somebody's just hearing this thunk, thunk, and they're like, this really is haunted.
Nancy!
Okay, that should help us a little. And when I say a little, I say maybe. Okay, so like, of course all of these end in mostly 2, so it's like, well, doesn't really rule that much out, but...
You're supposed to be making a picture.
A113 says, best of luck to you two. We need it, so thank you.
Yeah. I have a phone.
Emma says, I'm a Christian and I go to church and our deacon is named Harold, so every Christmas we call him Mark Harold the Angel. And he thinks it's hilarious. That's so funny. I love that.
That's pretty great.
That's amazing. I'm endeared to your pastor for him thinking that's funny. Are we looking up cheats? Maybe. That's fair. I've given it the college try, so now the floodgates are open if anyone wants to. But this is so hard to like relay cheats to me unless it's you, because you could show me.
I just wanted to have an idea of what's
going on so here. These are... It's Shadow at the Water's Edge if you're looking for it.
I just found a walkthrough for it on IGN because they have walkthroughs for everything.
I think Ellery has beef with IGN, so he would probably warn you against IGN, but...
I'm honestly not really sure what's going on here because it's not written very well, so I'm not going there.
That was what happened with the IGN that Ellery had, I'm pretty sure. I think it was IGN. I don't mean to, allegedly, I don't want to drag IGN if it wasn't their fault. I think it was.
If you just give me a wall of text, that's not helpful.
Another option is going to YouTube and just typing it in. You'll probably get Michael Ray's walkthrough first out of anybody.
Yeah, but I feel like that's an actual cheat.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You want like
a less cheaty cheat.
Okay, so everything but these last 2 have to be filled in. They have to be.
I don't want to know how to solve it. This person solved it in 1 minute. No, that's one of the cheap ones. That's the one that's like 5 by 5.
Wait. No, wait. This can't be. Oh, shoot, because I... Okay, hang on. I didn't mean to block those out. That's what I did. I was filling in, but I didn't mean to block these. Okay. Yep, go away. Can't sit with us. That's gonna be a 6, so these have to be something. Ah. So this is definitely gonna be part of that 16, which basically, wait, this means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So if these 3 are part of 16 and that's part of 16, all of these have to be filled in because that should equal 16. Make sure I counted right. I'm OCD. I have like one of my big OCD triggers is counting, so I tend to trip myself up 10 and yeah, so that's 16. So we know that that is closed off and that is closed off and the 2 goes somewhere in here. Yeah, the music is just like, hey, turn around. For Ransom of the 7 Ships, they alphabetically listed the puzzles using unofficial names. Yeah, so they alphabetically listed the puzzles under the wrong names that weren't even being used.
That's very exciting.
So then you couldn't like go through in the order of like how you do things in the game. You had to go through by just alphabetical order. It was very annoying.
Yeah, the junior looks about just as difficult as the senior picture.
Yeah, because everybody is like, we could try junior next time. And I'm like, honestly, as somebody who's played these games, I don't think junior is gonna do too much.
It's not that much less difficult.
It really doesn't give you that much leeway. The main reason people play on junior is because it gives you more hints, like in-game hints, where like the characters are a little bit more direct in what they say, so you have to do less guesswork. Okay, so what is this? Okay, God, it's just so gigantic that there's so many possibilities, and it's just like, oh my God. I need to fill these in a little bit more to figure this out. That's a 1, a 3. Yeah, some of these, they literally take up the whole of the space. Let's see. If any, of course, most of these end in 1. Why wouldn't they? That would make it too complicated.
Would having that long 16 one help?
I got the long 16 one. I got it here because I knew that this one was down here and then these 3 existed. Yeah. So for that to be, it could only exist like that. This is a 2. Let's see. This is going to be part of a 6. This has to be part of a 6. So either 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is that limit. Or I'm counting badly. That's a 6. Yeah, so the only leeway that this could have is if that's a 6. It could go as far as that, or as close to this as this. So we know that these 3 have to be filled in. This would be part of the 1 probably next to it. I guess you could squeeze a 1 in there, and that could be part of the 5, but wait, hang on. That's a 1.
Music just gets more and more sinister.
Okay, so we know these have to be 1s, because this is a 1, and the 5 has to go first. So that's a 1, 5, well, no. No, 5 has to go very, very first, so it literally can't go before any of those 1s. So if that's a 1, this also has to be a 1. So that narrows it down a little bit. What is this? 6.
It's funny because looking at the solution, like there's really no way to like give you
any sort of hint. That's why I'm just working away at it little by little.
No, but but it's so difficult.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You can't even be like, oh yeah, put that here. Like it's like, oh my gosh.
And again, it's like I played this game for the first time when I was 13 years old when it came out. And I solved it, by the way. But it took me a long time. But it was like,
It's like how you read those huge books in middle school and then you're like, I don't know how I did that. This was so boring. Like, why was I reading this?
Well, it's like looking back, I had an undiagnosed severe ADHD issue. So it's like, well, this is quite funny. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the hyperfixation is what kept me going through the issues to understand how that works. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that has to be 21. It has to be.
It's funny because the picture it makes, it doesn't even make any sense unless you zoom out all the way.
I didn't get enough from looking at that to even looking at the cheat. It's not even
the cheat isn't even helpful
at it because this is literally a puzzle that I have been dreading since we started. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be
your emotional support, Natasha.
Thank you.
Like Roger.
Yes, we have. Everybody needs the emotional support, people. I appreciate it. So bad because we're probably going to be a couple minutes late for dinner, but it is. They will understand. Oh my god, that's a massive pick cross. Yes. Hi, Salt Mountain. Salt Mountain was helping.
Oh.
Sorry, Ellery, I just looked over. I'm so glad you didn't try to do this puzzle at 2 a.m. I'm glad too. I knew this was coming, which was part of why I called it.
Mental break.
Top row. Oh. Ellery has found a way. Top row. 2 light, 1 dark, 3 light, 2 dark, 2 light, 2 dark, 4 light.
Writing it out is so much. Like, I just have the picture, and I probably could tell you that.
Top row. So let's go. Here, I'm going to do the top row, and you can check me on this to make sure that I'm doing what Ellery says to do. 2 like that.
2 more.
Oh, wait. What?
2 dark.
Oh. Oh, this is 1 dark, though.
Yeah, it's 1 dark. Sorry.
Okay.
1 dark, 2 light.
So this right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that one's dark. Yeah. This straight is all light.
This is all? How many? Wait, I know how many. 2, 2, 4.
Yeah.
This would be, that's all like that.
3, and then that's dark.
Yeah. Okay. So then this would be
3 light.
Connected to this.
No, there's a dark between that one. So it's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I see.
Dark.
1, 2, 3, and then that goes, and then that's light, and then there's a 2 and a 1. Where does the 2 and the 1 go?
So you have another dark, right next to that one. Yep, dark. And then you have 2 light, 1 dark, 2 light.
Wait. 2 and 2. And so that's a 3. Okay, so we know that that goes like that. Whoops, not like that. Like that. That's an 11. That's an 11. Okay, what else? Let me see. That solves that answers a lot of questions for me. So I can run with this for a second. Cool. So
That's all you need. It's just a little nudge.
Just a little nudge, just so that I don't feel completely depressed looking at it and wondering how I got here. 4. Okay. So this has to be that, and that has to be that, because the only space in there that's long enough is 4. There's a 3 and a 1. So 3, these have to be like that, because it's the only way a 3 is going to fit where it needs to go. So that's a 2. That's a 2. Those are like that. Okay. What else? Let's see. 1. Oh my goodness.
This going down is the 7 is at the front.
Okay, thank you. My eyes started to cross as I looked at it. I was like, damn you, her interactive. You're my childhood, but you're also the villain origin story that I didn't realize until right now that I... That's a 5. Okay. That one I don't know yet. This is a 2. Whoops. You think somebody's gonna catch Nancy down here doing this creepy nonogram? Just be like, hey. Okay.
What brings you down here? Come down here often?
Come here often, yeah. These are all ones. I hate ones because you never know what they're gonna be. This has to be a 5. That has to be like that. This is a 2. Oh, I said 2. I said 2. Right click. Nancy Marie Eloise. 2, 5, 5. 1. So these, yes, these can be X'd out. These can be X'd out. And then there's that. This can also be X'd out because there's nothing that can fit there in that row.
It does sound like the crunching of bone.
It sounds like they did the celery sound effect, you know, like where they crunch broken bones in movies. Yep. They have the sound effect of crunching celery. It's a very disturbing sound when you see it paired with somebody's leg breaking off.
It is.
That is a 5. It has to be for this to work, which means this has to be a 4 for this to work, which means that's a 2, and that gets like that. That's an X. That's a 3. Nice. It's a 2, 4, 1. 3 is gonna go either there or there. Figure it out.
3 goes here.
Oh, 3 goes like that. Thank you. That's a 2. Let's see. You kind of just work from this and go down. I do pick cross for fun, but this is kind of insane. Yes. They'd see her and assume she's the ghost haunting the place and walk away.
They're like, yeah, we don't want to know, guys.
3, 4. I'm not ignoring your guys' sheets.
No.
I just can see that some of it needs to be, so I'm like, I might as well do that and then ask you for sheets when I'm stuck. Yeah, at the beginning of this, I had like this thing where I was like, I'm gonna solve all of it, all on my own, and then I was like, Chad is really gonna need to pull through on this one. That's a 1. Yeah, if I mess something up, feel free to tell me. But so far, this makes sense.
It looks right.
I said question mark. I said the question mark. Okay, so this has to be like a 2 and a 1. So the only way I see that fitting is 2, 1. Yeah, I agree with Salt Mountain. I like these nonograms, pick cross, whatever you want to call it. But this is just ridiculous. They were like, what's the biggest one we can come up with? What can we get away with? And it's like, stop. Please stop. Does this have... Would this to be... Oh, we need 3 ones? We need 2 ones. No, we need 3 ones. Oh my god. I'm seeing my plate.
I do too, and I'm trying to help you cheat.
Cheating. That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
Okay, so that has to be a 1.
Yeah, that's a 1.
So that's a cross.
Yeah.
So this, if that's that, this, what does this have to be?
So
1 is going to go either here or here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the 1 goes here, actually.
Right.
No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 goes here. Okay, so you're on 4. Never mind.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really hard because there's such a distance between here and there. Oh, here. While we're figuring that out, I know that this is a 3, and this is also a 3. Oh, I kind of remember this.
Okay.
I kind of remember what picture it
So
makes.
it's 1 XX, and then that one's open.
This one's open?
Yes.
Oh, you're right. I messed something up. I definitely messed that up. Okay. Thank you. That would have... If I got to the end of this and then it wasn't working...
cried.
Cried
together.
Yes. So that means that's like that. Which means... Crying together. That's also what friends are for.
Yep, that was looking
We're
right.
happy to help if you ever choose to inflict ransom of the 7 ships on yourself again on another stream. You're on your own. That one is at the very least gonna be retired from stream for quite a long time. only reason I would play Ransom of the Seven Ships again was if like later in the channel's life people were like, "Oh, you streamed all the way through those. That's really cool. I wish I had been there for that." And then I stream just so that everybody gets the experience of playing all of them again. You know, because that's the only way I can picture doing that. Yeah, I'll do it for the sake of the viewer. But other than that, I think we can just play the greatest hits of Nancy from here on out on the channel when we feel like revisiting.
Love it.
That has to be 8, so that's like that. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this one. The X's are what make the picture, right?
Yeah.
It's inverted, so it's like I think it's like the outline of like what, a fox or something like that.
It's a fox.
Okay. I remember. I'm getting like flashes,
but only if you make it to be this big, and then you can see the fox kind of.
Yeah. Is that the same on junior mode, or is it like...
It is plainer looking fox, not as fluffy.
So we get the cooler fox.
Yeah.
The cool kids.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 2. That's probably gonna be a 2, but every time I make a guess, I'm wrong. So... That's 7, that's a 7. What is... Okay. Ooh, whoa, okay. Hang on. I can do this, I just can't. Wait, something's wrong here. Something's very wrong. This can't be X'd out. Why can't that be X'd out? No, that has to be X'd out. Okay. Oh, I did something wrong. I did something very wrong. Okay. Yeah, okay, there's a 2 there. So this has to be, for this to be 16 and 2, for that to work, this has to be 16. So this is 3, 4, oh my god. 6, 11. Jeez. That's 16, correct? So that has to be like that, and then we have that. Okay, I fixed it. I've averted the crisis. I don't know how I made that mistake, but I made it, and it's my mistake. Mine. I'm gonna assume, yeah, there's no way to fit 9 here without incorporating that. So I, at the very least, have to assume that these are all light. Probably, yeah, this one has to be X'd out then, if that's the way that is. Which means that, oh, interesting. That has to be like that, and that has to be like that. Hopefully I'm on the right track still.
Yes, you are.
Okay. 1, that's 2, so that's X'd out.
I do really well with pictures, comparing pictures, and that's about it.
Well, that's good.
Numbers,
we appreciate you
not
for that.
so much.
Numbers, not so much. Okay, so if that's gonna be the... Wait, losing my place again. If that's gonna be 2 3s, this has to be a 3. By the way, means that this has to be 6. But then this... What did I just say? There's the 3. There's the 3. So this can only... After here, it can't be a 3. It can't be anything. These all have to be X'd out. Never seen it before. I beg you for your sake, Avery, don't do it. I won't. I'm not planning on doing it. We have no plans to do Ransom of the Seven Ships. That's a pain that I don't want to relive just yet. That has to be like that. That's 5, and that's 1. Okay. So that could be a 1. Probably going to be a 1. 1, 3, 2. So that's like that, which means that's the 2. Which means that's the 1 for that. 606. It is 606. Once we're done with this, the game pretty much resolves. Like once this game is like what kicks off like the end of game sequence. Sorry, I don't want you to starve.
No. I was just letting you know. I didn't want your mom to come up here and like,
no. She's probably downstairs watching us struggle and just being like, oh, they're gonna, okay. Hi, Mom, if you're watching. We're trying to finish. We really want to just go downstairs and eat non-homophobic homemade Chick-fil-A, which is making for dinner. We make our own. It tastes just like Chick-fil-A, but we make it. She makes it, and
love.
therefore with love and not homophobia. So we don't have to give any money to Chick-fil-A. So yeah. Or step into a Chick-fil-A or anything like that. Bottom fibers. Thank you, Ellery. I am glancing at it as I go. I'm just kind of trying to also do it this way because every time I look away, I feel like I'm losing my place, and I'm like, I don't know if that's helpful or not helpful. This has to be a 2, which means this has to be, well, that doesn't mean anything for that, but what is this? This has to be a 5. Well, for this to make sense. Uh-oh. That can't make sense. Oh, it can. It can make sense. This has to be 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that's going to be a 2 somewhere. Okay. 3, 8. 1, 2, 1, which means this is a 3. Which means this is 2, 1, or 4, 1. What comes up? That's a 1, so that goes there. That might be another 1. 3, 2, 1, 1, and there's another 1 that goes in there somewhere. 1, 4. Open something else, and Chrome was like, haha, you didn't actually. I don't know what you were looking at. It's like, yeah. Chrome like gaslights you into thinking you never search for anything at all. Yeah. It's to be like that. 3, 2. We don't know exactly where that goes. There's no knowing where we're going. Those are both 8. Okay, I thought for a second I'd messed up. Okay. This is 2, 1. That has to be like that. Which means this is going to be a 4. So I can assume that that's going to have to be filled in. Yeah. Which means that that is probably going to have to be X'd out. And that would work for this. That would be 2. Yeah. And then 5. Oh, whoops. Nope. And then 4. And then 4 is also going to be either these 4 or that 4. So these go like this. That is like that. And we wait. Figure out the rest. We watch and we wait. That is a 1. This is a 5 somewhere. There's no way to fit that 5 unless it's like that. So that goes like that, which means this is a 2. That's a 1. 6, 7, 8. I did something wrong, I think. No, wait, I did. Because that has to be a 9 and that's only 8. Something is wrong. I might need you to
Okay, so
verify.
which one is it? 1, 2, 3.
This needs to be 9, but there's only 8, so I've clearly either messed up this
so
or
it's,
that.
It's 3 down. Like a crossword, right? 3 down you're looking for?
Yeah, it's like it's here. It's in the middle of starting in the middle of the second square.
Okay, well, I'm going to start at the top, sorry.
Okay.
All right, so we've got dark, light.
Okay.
Dark, dark, dark.
Okay.
Light.
Okay.
Light, light, light.
Should go down for 9.
Light, 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 light. dark for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Light, light.
And then dark.
Then dark for another 4.
Okay. So let's see. Why did I think that needed to be like that? Hopefully for not a very important reason. Because that reason is no longer valid. Oh, I see. Because I thought that was like that, which means that has to be like that. Okay. Cool. So that also probably has to be X'd out.
And there's like a spate of darkness like right here, so
Okay.
don't worry about that.
Yeah, I see some of this.
And we're just ignoring the stream. We're so sorry.
We're not ignoring you guys.
Not on purpose.
Games are really tricky on. We're on like this is like the last big thing that we have to do, and then we solve this game. Natasha's here, by the way, for
Hi.
anybody who's just joining in. Ellery and Natasha are helping me solve this giant nonogram Picross. I don't know which one is
torture device.
Torture device is what I like to call it. 1, 2. So that's a 4. So if we need 3 1s in between this, that has to be like that, and that has to be like that.
Yep.
But that. Oh, I was looking at the wrong place. Wait, no, that can't be like that though. It can't be like that because that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Something is like the nun in Madeline. Something is very wrong on this one. Yeah, something is very wrong on this one. Hang on. This bottom, like, so row 5. Can we check our work on that?
Okay, row 5.
My work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have light, light.
Yep.
Dark, dark.
Okay.
Light, 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 light.
Okay.
Dark.
Okay.
Light, 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 light.
Okay.
Dark, dark, dark.
Light, dark, light, light, dark, light, dark. Right?
You just confused me. Sorry. So going from the 3 darks.
Yes.
So dark, dark, dark.
Squares, yeah.
Light, dark, light, light, dark, light, dark.
Yeah, so that's right. Okay, so how does this mean? How is this messed up? That's a 5. That's a 1, so that's like that. And this, like, part of the picture looks good, but something isn't adding up when I'm looking at that. 5, 1, 5. Maybe I'm just losing my mind fully.
I mean, it looks right.
All right, maybe it's just I'll come back to
because
it.
Like there's a weird bit right there that looks correct. I know it doesn't look correct, but it's correct.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, this is why something's wrong. So this has to be a 3, and there's clearly more than 3. So something. But you said this was correct, which means something. Oh boy.
How many over is that?
This is row 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Column 8?
No, it's going across row 8.
Oh, row 8. Gotcha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Are you in junior or senior?
Senior.
Okay, cool. Oh, I see. It looked like it said junior. I was like,
yeah.
wait, no.
So you have 4 darks.
Yes.
A light. 2 darks. 4 lights.
Okay.
2 darks. 1 light. Dark. Light. Dark. Light. Dark. Light, 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 light.
Light, light. Wait, so this one, wait. Sorry.
No, you're fine. All right, so we have getting 4 darks. So dark, dark.
Oh, I see. Wait, no, I know because I'm if I follow logic of how that has to go, I figured it out. Sorry.
Logic is fun. If it works.
Logic is very fun if it works. Okay, so that there's still something wrong over here, but I am. So like this says a bunch of 1s and then a 3. I think I know what I did wrong. I think I know what I did wrong. This row right here. We said this one.
We did that row.
We did that one. That one's correct.
I thought so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this must be what's incorrect, right? This is saying 4. 5. That's 5, so that's correct.
So little.
I know. Sorry.
No.
That's a 1. Oh boy. 1, that's a 4. It's 1, 1, 1. Okay.
But even looking at the answer, it's just like,
okay.
what?
I'm starting to isolate where the problem has occurred, I think. This needs to have 3 1s in between these 4s, and there's only 2, so something is incorrect here. Like, something is wrong in this row. No, that's fine. Okay, I'm caught up. Confusing myself. Okay. So what is wrong? So this is still wrong. Like, that's a 1. If these are correct, let's say 2, 2, 1, 1, 1.
That should be full on dark.
This should be, yeah, right there. Okay, so now 1, 1, 1. Got it. That was where my problem was. Okay. Okay. It was a simpler fix than I thought. I was about to be a little afraid. Okay. Like that. Heard the music lightly in the background. I was so confused. Only 2.5 Janes in a trench coat shy of being the sewers. Yes. The thing about this one is I understand it a little bit better than I understood the sewers clearly, but like, ooh, it was bad. It was.
I mean, understanding something and like making it also make sense are just like 2 different things.
Yeah. Okay, so that's an 8. That's a 1. So that has to be like that. So that has to also be a 1. So that has to be like that. This has to be a 2. That has to go like that. 1, 1. So a 4 is going to go somewhere here probably, and a 2 is probably going to go somewhere there. This is a 1. Well, no, that might be a 1, and then that could be a 3. I don't want to get
The 4 is right underneath.
The
here.
4 is this. Okay. Thank you. Copy.
And there's a 3 underneath that.
Okay. We're so broken from set. I'm like, copy that. Copy. Copy. Copy.
Copy.
If nobody's been on set, that's how you talk over the walkies. And oops, I just do. Nope. I wanted. What? How far away from that 4 are these 2? Is it this?
So it's 4 light, 3 dark, 2 light.
Okay. Copy. I think I got it.
4 dark.
4 dark. Yes. Okay. I'm caught up. I misclicked and I was like, wait.
No. What did I just
Go
do?
back. Okay. Alright. So that's a 1 and a 1. Yeah, that's like that. Yeah. That's an 8, a 1, a 1, and a 3. Wait. So we have everything we need here. So this can all be.
Yeah.
Because you said there's like a mess of X's right here anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's like solid.
Hi, Fortnite Pokemon.
Hi, sorry. We're
Here, let me do this. Here. Natasha.
Hi.
Natasha will be chat master while I do this. And sometimes it does one of these. So it'll sometimes freeze up a little bit. Because again, this is not the way you're supposed to do a second monitor, but it's the way that I do my second monitor. So there's that.
Awesome.
So everybody ask Natasha questions while I'm working on this.
Let me talk and entertain.
Yes.
Am I your sister? No.
No,
I mean, we're close, but we're not sisters. No, I'm her friend.
We've been best friends for almost 6 years now. We
been a
met
long
each other right after I started doing extra work in 2017. I almost said 2020. I was like, that's not correct. No. 2017.
Yeah.
Started at the beginning of 2017. And then, so we've been on. I was telling them last night, somebody was like, oh boy, something about like our friendship not being able to survive an anti-geogram. I was like, trust me, we've been through a lot on some of these sets. We'll be fine.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be great.
Do you have a favorite and least favorite set experience that you're able to talk about or want to talk about?
Oh, I liked it when Robert Downey Jr. winked at me. That was fun.
That is my favorite out of your stories.
One of my favorite
favorites.
stories.
Yeah.
So I was on Avengers Infinity War, and they were doing Infinity War and Endgame at the same time. This was back in 2017. Yeah, I think it's 2017. And so we were outside of one of the parks in Atlanta that they were pretending was Central Park, and Junior, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Mark Ruffalo, and all of them were in the park, and I was very studiously not looking at Robert Downey Jr. because I love him. Like, he's one of my favorite actors. I really admire him basically falling apart and bringing his whole life back together. I really like that. So I was studiously not looking at him. And he was, I don't know, he's probably like 40 feet away. And all of the other extras were gawking and waving and all that. And I was like the one
and
extra
you're trying to look professional.
was not
as
looking at him.
possible.
Yeah, I was trying to be super professional. And so I was like, I'm not
Robert
looking at him.
who? I didn't know Robert Downey Jr.
And one of the people with me, she's like, he's looking at you, and I said, no, he's not. She's like, yeah, he is. He's waving, and so I look up, and I was like the only background that was not looking at him, and so like
he was like that one.
He was waiting for me.
I think he was like wondering if you were seeing something more interesting.
Maybe that's what it was. And so when I finally looked up, he waved at me, winked, and walked away.
That's funny. That's really
and that was
funny.
my interaction with Robert Downey Jr. Let's see. Are you one of the girls that she met on Stranger Things? No, I met you before Stranger Things.
We've worked.
Did we work together?
That's a good question.
I don't think we ever worked
We've
together.
both worked Stranger Things, but I don't think we've ever worked together because
No.
you were always being used for like the townspeople stuff,
Yeah.
like when they're in the town square.
Yeah.
I was always being used for the high school stuff.
Yeah.
Which you usually get roped into the high school stuff too. So you,
Yeah.
I got really lucky on
18
that.
to look younger.
Yeah, 18 TLY basically means we're cheaper and they can mistreat. No, I'm just kidding. There's so many strict rules about like under 18-year-olds for good reason being on set. So if they can get away with it ever, they're always trying to get away with us old people that just look young
younger.
enough. There's something wrong. I messed something up here because this is not. That's fine. This is not fine. This is supposed to only be 6.
1, 2, 3. It's like counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me see. Okay, so going from this way to going that way, we've got dark, light, 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 light.
Wait. Going from which way?
This way.
This way, going that way.
Dark. Dark, light, 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 light. Dark.
Okay.
Light, light.
Okay.
Dark. Light, light. Dark.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay,
I
cool.
figured out. Usually it's just the misplacement of like one, but it looks like, oh, I just heard it tell me low battery. That shouldn't be telling me that.
Patrick's surprised we aren't yelling at each other.
Oh, that we're not yelling?
Yeah, because that's what happens when he plays video games with his friends.
Oh yeah, I heard this story. We're not yelling at each other. This is why we work so well together. We just kind of, Patrick, we've seen and lived so many lives on film sets together. It's just one of those things where it's like there is nothing worse than there will never be a more stressful situation after you've been at like a 16-hour shoot.
Yeah.
And like everybody's just trying to get this last shot to go home, and it's
God.
cold, and there's 600 people, and 200 of them are children.
Yeah. Oh God.
And on rare occasion, Natasha is the PA that has to be responsible for said children. So like, yeah.
My babysat. That was funny.
Oh yeah, you were.
I was
technically called.
It was Instant Family, but I was technically a PA, but like they basically had me come in because they hired a bunch of parents and children to work together, but not in the same scenes always, and so they had children in holding by themselves.
Someone needs to keep an eye on these children,
and someone needed to babysit, and so I was specifically hired to
How
do
old
that.
were the kids?
They weren't that old. I mean, they were like 9 and 10. And
That's not bad.
not
It only gets really complicated. It's not for the fault of the children, but it only gets really complicated when the kids are like really little. really little, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait.
Or they're just awful. Like on a certain very large production I worked on recently, they had a bunch of children. They had like 250 children.
That is a lot.
Out of all of those children, of course, there's always a bad egg or two, but the bad egg or two and that many children is just absolutely.
Okay. So I've run into another issue.
Okay.
So this part right here, I guess this is row 17.
I'll just sort of look them based on. Okay, so you're 3 down.
Starting from the right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, starting from the right, 3 down. We've got light,
and then an X.
dark.
Yep.
Light, 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 light.
Okay, so that's the 7 right there. Yeah. Okay, so then my next question. Okay, so then what's the rest of this?
Dark, light.
Okay.
Dark, 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 dark. Light.
It just reminds me of in this right here is a 1, I guess.
Yeah, light, dark, dark.
Okay.
Light, light, dark, dark.
It just reminded me of on Up where he's like bark, bark, bark when he's like trying to bark like a regular dog.
Yeah, we do read the chat. We're just really intense right now.
No, we're just trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Usually we're Yeah, I just recently started going live. Welcome.
Yeah.
Out of my
your fell out.
So we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh yeah. We'll see you in a minute, and we'll hopefully be done soon. Sorry, guys.
It's always like the last puzzles in this game that are just like the worst.
Do you want to hate yourself?
Yeah, because it's like, oh, you made it this far. Let's throw everything else at you. Okay, this is the next issue I have. Okay. That's 7-2. That makes sense. I think this is correct.
It is. I think that's the one I just read out to you.
That's the one under it, but it looks from the clues to be correct. My issue comes with, oh goodness gracious. Yeah, so hi, we are solving this monster nonogram. We're very hyper focused on it, trying to beat it. Hi, we randomly went live at the last minute today. I forgot to populate the stream. So that it was just a surprise. It was like on Monk where she's like, okay, this is a surprise alert warning. This is a surprise alert. Oh dear. Okay, yep. There's definitely something very wrong in like this.
Yeah,
area.
it's actually I think there's supposed to be.
Okay, so this is supposed to be 2. Oh, yep. That would be a problem. It's supposed to be a 2 and then a 5. So this one of these is definitely incorrect. Well, this one probably is incorrect. Probably that. And then 4 and 4. Yeah, that would fix that. But then this would be 5. 5. Yeah, that would be 5. That would be 2. I keep losing my place because they're just so. The puzzle's just so damn big.
Yeah.
That's a 5. That's a nope. That's wrong. Wrong is what that is. No. Okay, I'm officially confused. This.
Yes. Maybe.
Because eventually something is wrong here because there's only supposed to be one more 3 in that this.
Well, eventually this closes. Like it closes, the X's close.
Okay, so let's just look at this square, right? So like
yeah.
This one right here. So like 4 over and 3 down, that square.
4 over and 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 down. All right, guys.
Yes, we are crime fighting. Sorry, we're trying to read the chat too. We're usually better about it, but this game is like taking all of my mental capacity.
I just know what it's supposed to look like.
Okay, let's see.
So like it's right here.
It's with that. So like this right here. So that needs to be an X. That needs to be an X.
And it's 4 and 1
that needs to be
an
X. So this would be 2. And that would be 2 and 5. I have questions. Okay. If that's 2, and then this has to be a 5, then this has to be light, right? No.
Okay, we have no idea where we're going. Like, we're just completely lost. Right now, we're comparing pictures.
It's literally going to get to a point where I'm just going line by line, which I should have done, but I was trying to do it
the honest way.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
Oh yeah, someone asked me about my favorite anime. Probably Yu Yu Hakusho, just because I grew up on it. It's like my comfort anime. It's got like 999, 90 or 99, I don't remember, episodes. There's a lot of episodes. Some of it's filler, but it's all really good. And the English dub is really probably one of the best English dubs.
One, 4, 1. That would be 1.
Oh, they want us to fight an Avery versus Natasha crime fighting movie.
Who Avery versus Natasha crime fighting? Who would win in that crime fighting movie?
I guess it depends on who feels the worst about it. Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that is pretty accurate to how, one of us will cave and be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me. Yeah, we're both people pleasers, so being in a fight together would probably be very funny. It probably would, actually. Everybody's been wanting Natasha to come back on the channel, and now here she is. And guess what? She also filmed a video with us.
I did.
With me. For us. We did episode, I don't remember. 6 of Whodunit.
Yeah.
And it was as traumatizing as we all anticipated.
It was, actually. A little bit more than I remembered. Well, definitely more than I remembered.
Well, it sounds silly to say that, but then you're like, okay, but you don't understand.
I
had empathy pain.
It was a lot.
The game, that show is so campy and then so horrifying all at once, and you never know.
No, you don't know what you're
Like, I saw this thing that was like, Downton Abbey is hilarious because the trauma level is either we don't have enough plates for the Countess to come to dinner, or everybody you love is dying in the First World War. It's one of the two, and you don't know what you're getting until you're halfway through the episode. It's like, that is so true.
Oh, yeah.
So true. That has to be like that.
Yeah, Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho, he was definitely a very sexy man. I love TA personally.
What is the chat talking about? What am I missing on
my anime, my favorite anime.
Okay.
Well, one of them is Ellery is, and yeah, but I loved Yukina, and so like most of my handles are Yukina Kid something because that was available on AOL chat.
Oh, that's why.
Just why I've always been is because it's Yukina. Yukina is Hiei's twin sister, but she doesn't know about him. He knows about her, but she was born in a all female. It's weird. They don't really say, but like basically the mother, they just have females, and that's all they have is females in that particular clan.
Like the place where Ms. Marvel comes from.
Yes, and obviously, Hiei's mother had twins, and she had a boy, and obviously that meant that she went out of the way and had, dealings with a demon or something. It's this big old thing, and she cries pearls, which I always thought was cool.
Pearls?
Yeah, cool. Yukina, her pearls turn into tears. Or tears turn into pearls.
Nice.
One of those ways around.
She gets compensated for her trauma?
Yeah. Yes. No wonder I love her so much.
That's where my brain goes. Okay.
It's okay. We're having trauma right now. So.
5. Okay, this has to be an X because that would be the only way that this is a 1 and a 1. And that's a 1 and a 1. Okay.
That is correct.
Fixing my mistakes. 1 and a 1, but then I have a problem because then this one has to be a 1 unless something is very wrong, which it probably is. That's a 5, and this has to be a 1. And that's a non-movable. These are non-movable, so that has to be a 1. So if that has to be a 1, I think it makes sense. That's a 1 and a 1. So one of these is not actually 1. One of these is an imposter 1. I'm going to guess this one. And I would be right because that's only supposed to be a 6 and a 2. Right, okay. Now it's better. Now it makes sense. Okay. This is puzzle. 3, 2. Yeah, aren't you all glad that I didn't try to do this at 2 in the morning? I think I would have broken down crying and then quit the internet. Take a lot at this point for me to quit, but that might be it. That might be
Rage
the end.
quit. We went to a really cool place today called Battle and Brew, which is in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, shout out. Battle and Brew is really cool. I've never been there before.
Yeah, I had never been there either, but basically it's like they serve drinks obviously, but they also serve like entrees. So it's a little bit like all I can think of is the Applebee's. They have entrees and stuff, and they've got
millennial
legit
Applebee's,
food. Yeah, basically. And so they had like millennial music, but they have game consoles and like all sorts, every game console you can think of, from computer gaming to different, they had Nintendo Switches, all those things. And they even had board games, which was really cool. But we talked about D&D the whole time. So, but
we were there for a meeting
really cool.
about a D&D podcast, which we're all very excited for. And I think that's all we can tell you right now, but we're very excited for it.
Yeah. They had to gaslight you into going to bed.
Yes, they did have. Well, no, they didn't gaslight me into going to bed. They weren't like, Avery, you've already, they weren't making me question my reality, but they were pulling the mom friend
Your
card on me.
Your reality was being questioned by you anyway, so.
Yeah, it really was. It really, truly was. That's 6. That can't be that. It just can't be that. But that has to be like that.
This fox looks like a bandit.
Yeah, the fox looks like my worst nightmare, and I think that's just because of what I'm struggling with right now. Let me see. Let's go there. Yeah, but Battle Brew was really cool. And
yeah,
never been.
It was really cool, and it was closer to my house than I thought it was. It's closer to yours than I thought it was too. I thought for sure it'd be in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere. Well, yeah, now that I've moved into like a big city, I used to live in the middle of nowhere, and now everywhere else feels like the middle of nowhere once you leave and come back. Okay, that checks. That tracks. This is what doesn't track. There is no 2 after that 5. Something is wrong. I think I see the issue. That can't be that. Which means that has to be, we have a kitty. What?
Did the kitty open the door?
Oh, the cat can open the door like the velociraptors in, what do you call it? So
Jurassic Park? Yes. Jurassic World? Jurassic something?
That fixes the
Hi, it's a kitty I don't know. Hello, kitty I don't know.
Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Check, if you feel like checking my work for a second, I'm going to make sure the door is closed. It's not sound isolation.
Hi, guys. Sorry. Let me get in the middle of here. Jack has been in here the whole time.
The call was coming from inside the house.
That's funny.
Right.
Jack, come back. I want to meet you.
What else is Chad saying? We're not trying to ignore you, Chad.
Cat. They just said cat.
Yes, cat. Cat is.
Yeah.
So let's
there's
see.
a Nowhere, Oklahoma. There's a Jot 'em Down and Sit 'em Down road here in Georgia.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Jot 'em Down, like JOTEMDOWN.
Let's put that back on there because we're just going to figure out, because mine died, so this is...
I wasn't even listening. I got tired of the music.
Yeah, so we're just going to let it charge for a second, so hopefully that'll be that. And there's, like, subtitles.
We have a Butts County, Georgia.
Oh, Butts County's fun. Yeah. We always joke about, there's this one time, one of the local weather guys was, like, typed in, like, when they would, like, like when they're like cutting like to national and local. So like we were watching like the Today Show, and this was like back in the day, and it was Halloween. So they were like shouting out like all these like places in the country with Halloweeny names, and they said Dracula, Georgia, and you could hear, because our local guy did not know that it was a hot mic. You hear him go, "It's not Dracula, it's Dracula," and then it just cuts. And we always talk about, it's not Dracula, it's Dracula. And like
it is spelled like Dracula without an R though.
It is. But it does look like Dracula when you look at it really quickly. I wish it was called Dracula, but it's Dracula, unfortunately.
Patrick says there's Nowhere, Oklahoma gas station that sells Nowhere, Oklahoma shirts.
Nowhere, Oklahoma. Oh, that's cool.
Hello, like Laser 125.
Oh, Laser 125.
Yes.
It must be very early. Laser is in Australia.
Australia? Yeah. I went to Australia when I was 13.
I think I've heard stories about that.
Yeah, I was there for a month.
Was that fun?
Yeah.
Being in a foreign country for at 13?
Yeah. I mean, it was
I mean, I would have loved it.
It was sort of surreal. Because, you know, it was before cell phones really, or at least overseas plans. So like I would have to call collect every single time.
Oh, God.
And I just or email. I emailed a lot. But paying for internet was so expensive. It was like $2 Australian for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, this is so much money. 8:41 a.m. Just woke up.
8:41.
You're up earlier than I am.
Yes, we are streaming slightly impromptu. We kind of were planning on doing this roughly earlier today, but then I forgot to populate the stream. So, alas, here we are.
Hello, cat that didn't want to be on camera. Yeah, Jack went somewhere. He saw me and he's like, nope.
I could probably get him to be on camera, but I just don't have the energy to fight 2 battles at once.
That's true.
Okay, wait. 6, 2, and then 7. So this has to be the X. If that's that, and that's that, this is the issue. I've made a fatal error somewhere here. If that's 6, 3. There's supposed to be a 4 and a 9. So there needs to be like that would need to be like that, but there's no 1 here. Well, not there. It's supposed to be if it's 1, 5, 2 counting backwards.
No, it goes right there. No,
wait. What, that does go there?
Yeah, but I think that one goes.
This one is like that. Okay.
I think.
Okay. That helps. 8. That's a much easier thing to fix than the thing that I thought I had to fix. That's nice. So yeah, Natasha is another Atlanta film alum.
There's a university. I want t-shirts.
Yeah, right. The University of We give our job a lot of crap, but we do love it because we could do other jobs, but we're here.
That's true. I love it. I do love it. I hate it, but I also wouldn't be able to do a 9 to 5.
Yeah. I think that's the way a lot of people in film feel. It's like, this is all we've ever done.
I
but
know.
It's also kind of the worst, but it's also kind of the best. Like,
well, and I worked a lab job. I mean, I was a student worker, but I worked a lab job for like 8 years. And I do not want to do the same experiment over and over and over again and be told the different ways that I've done it wrong. Because that is all lab work is.
That sounds awful.
And washing dishes.
And washing dishes.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. I guess
you have to hand wash all of them. I mean, they've got what they call an autoclave where it's like a big steam compression thing that cleans the glass and makes it absolutely sterile. But you have to wash the crap out of it before you can put it in the autoclave. And not everything has to go in the autoclave because not everything has to be pristinely, immaculately clean. But
I think we're getting there. It's mostly done.
Yeah.
Let's play the Did Avery Make a Crucial Error game. Maybe.
I
play that game every day of my life.
What a fun game.
It's such a good game.
There's 2 there.
Where?
There's 1 dark, yeah, X that one. And then 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I wasn't completely sure, so I was leaving it until I knew.
Yeah, well.
And now we know.
I'll help you out.
Thank you.
That doesn't look like a fox.
I mean.
Oh yeah, we're still going. We're valiantly plugging through with some.
We haven't been on for that long. What time is it?
6:45.
Oh wow, it's later than I thought, but we still haven't been on for that long. We're about to be done, and then get off and go eat food. Or if we don't finish in more than 10 minutes, I will go down and procure food because I feel bad that you're at my house late for dinner.
My favorite part is that your mom doesn't even ask me if I want a drink anymore. She just knows that I'll get it if I want it.
And Natasha, you've been here so often that everybody's just kind of like, Natasha knows where Natasha is.
She'd walk in, it's fine.
Yeah, you're definitely the friend level of like, oh, I'm having dinner with your parents. Are you gonna be there? Like, that's, if there was anybody in my life that had that reputation with my parents, if I came home and you and my parents were just eating dinner without me, I'd be like, yeah, tracks. Well, when we worked on things like The Gifted, I think I saw you more than I saw any of my blood relatives.
That's same though.
Like, that was, we lived
there. practically.
We worked really long days. It was like, what was it? Like, on average, we'd work 13 or 14 hour days.
Yeah, it was 13 or 14.
Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. And it was pretty much every day for
and it was a
about
drive.
6 months. And it was a drive.
More for you than for me because that was before you moved.
But it was still, I'm sure it was still
It was about like an hour 10 for me without traffic.
I guess that could technically be a 4. Okay. This has to be. This comes down to this 3, 2. That's that.
I've already decided I don't like the picture Sudoku. I'm not a fan.
The picture Sudoku.
I don't know. This looks like picture.
Oh, nonogram. Yes.
Yeah, that thing.
It's more fun when you're not, being forced to do like a terrible one.
Yeah, this is very large for no particular reason.
We should text Spencer and be like, "Can you bring us some chicken up here?" He'll roll his eyes and be like,
but he would too.
He would do
Patrick
it.
said that you totally have the role of Nancy Drew in his movie when Nancy Drew goes in the public domain in 4 years.
Thanks. I would love that. I was telling them that it's my dream role to play Nancy Drew. She's one of my favorite things of all time.
Have I seen Round the Twist? No.
Have you seen Round the Twist?
I have not.
I should show you. I've done 2 videos on Round the Twist.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've seen those.
We should. That's fine. It's one of those things though. I really should show you, or I should have you in the future once we're done with Whodunit. I should have you help me with another Round the Twist video because Round the Twist is very, very funny.
Nonograms are like 15 Janes in this trench coat.
Yeah, so Jane is this character from this other game that forces Nancy to play a lot of really bad mini games and puzzles. And so when something is really dislikable, now we have decided that they are however many Janes in a trench coat, depending on how terrible they are. And this one, I'd have to agree.
15 is a good guess, or a good estimate, I believe is the better word.
Yeah. 7. So this has to be a 3. What fell? Oh, Scrooge. That's the Scrooge that we use as an Easter egg in Marley's Angels. Yeah. But I had so much fun making Marley's Angels. We were all exhausted, but we all had so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, and like it's so funny doing and if anybody else has ever done their own independent film projects, you might know it's so funny when you feel like you're running around crazy just trying to keep it together, keep your sanity in check, and then afterwards everybody's like, that was the most you guys are so organized, and I was like, not so. But thank you. We don't feel organized. We feel
for someone who absolutely hates chaos, and that's all my job is pretty much just chaos. Not even organized chaos. It's so when I was working Stranger Things for I was hand doubling, never got used. So for this last season. So I saw the set, but I never got used. And first of all, nobody knew there was a hand double that day. So I just show up and I'm like, hey, I'm the hand double. And they're like, we have a hand double?
What?
And they look on the skins and they're like, oh, I guess we do have a hand double. Okay, cool. And then
it's hey guys, we have a hand double?
Yeah, and then they send me to set in this van, and I get the van to myself and I'm like, this is really kind of weird. And the guy was like, so where are you headed? Are you headed to set or are you headed to extras holding? And I said, I don't know. I said, I guess, we can go to one, see if it's right, and then we'll go to the other. And the guy stops. He hadn't gone off, but he turns around and he's like, you're so calm about this. And I said, I don't know what's going on a daily basis, and I have just decided for my sanity to accept that fact.
Mm-hmm. You have to accept it at some point. You have to just be like, this is fine. Like the meme with the guy, with the little dog with everything burning down around him. Just this is fine.
This is fine. No, I was supposed to be injecting 11 with sedative, I believe it was, or something. I was injecting somebody with sedative, but my hands, first of all, looked nothing like the actress's hands, so I have no idea how I got booked. My hands are also very little, which apparently was a problem because the actress's hands aren't little like children's hands like mine are, and I also have very short nails because I like to garden and do a lot of other things, and I break my nails all the time, and I'm like, I'll just keep them really short. And so they tried to figure out how to fake having long nails without putting fake nails on me, and it was bad.
Oh boy, we're so close to this being done.
Okay, let's see
Although
here.
I am half tempted to just see what happens if we text Spencer and be like, chicken question mark? Yeah.
Angela did deserve it, though. You'll see later. Angela deserves it.
Oh, is this a thing that everybody else knows that I haven't seen yet? Yeah,
I mean, it's like it's a very minor plot point, but yeah.
I mean, I'm not like too like broken up about spoilers. I've been good about avoiding them, so I'm trying to keep my streak going.
Well, you'll have no idea who she is.
Probably.
When you watch it, you'll be like, yeah, no, she definitely did.
I'm sure I will.
But right now, it means nothing.
It just is so weird because like I used to work there, so I used to be the one that knew everything and couldn't tell anybody because of like NDAs, obviously. Like that it hadn't even come out yet, and now I'm like the last person in the world who's seen it. It's like, well, how the turntables like. That's a 2.
I saw myself very briefly in the very first episode because I was at that they have a big basketball rally theme.
You can see me really well in the first episode of season 3 when all the power goes out at the mall and when the escalator stops. I'm like right center of screen. I'm in like a pink shirt and a washed out mini like white very 80s like denim mini skirt that I absolutely hate. I hated that skirt. Can I just say I hated that skirt? And they were like, hey, "You look so cute in the skirt. Keep wearing the skirt." And I was like, "I don't want to. I hate that skirt." I just hate mini skirts. I was just complaining. It wasn't that bad, but like,
well, I don't like them either. But no, like when we were doing that here, if you want to look, when we were doing that that scene, the basketball homecoming. It wasn't homecoming. It was some sort of basketball game, spirit night thing.
Did they have homecoming back in the 80s? They probably did.
I don't know. They had a snowball, so they could have anything.
They did have the snowball. That is true.
But basically, they only had so many extras, and so we had 2 different outfits. We had the outfit for the Hawkins kids, and then we had the outfit for the opposing team, and they switched our outfits and switched us on the side. So basically, both sides, it's the same extras. We've just been muddled around and switched to different outfits. So I had a green and white outfit for the Hawkins, and then I had red and white for the other people.
Something is wrong? Question mark here? Something is wrong here because this says 1 and then 3, and I've clearly made a 1 and a 1.
It's
this right here.
It's okay. So it's light, dark, dark.
Okay, so that's an X. I was right about that.
Light, light, light.
I was wrong about that.
Dark, dark.
Okay.
Light, light.
Okay.
Dark, dark. Light, light.
Dark,
dark, dark.
Then 3 squares.
Light, light, light.
Then 2 more
dark,
X's
dark,
and then
light,
3
light,
squares.
light. Yep.
Okay. Something? What did I miss? Now that song is going to be in my head anyway.
Well, my mom used to be an elementary school teacher, and whenever they had to switch whatever they were doing for their like centers or whatever, she'd go, "Something's coming. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be?" That's what I have stuck in my head, so.
Okay. This should be good, but I messed something up clearly. Do you want to? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get food and come back.
Okay.
If you want to check that and talk to them.
Yeah, I'll probably do more checking and less talking, but. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to use cheats because screw this. If you've got it, nicely use it. Alrighty. What has she done? Let's see. Okay. Light. Dark. Light, light, dark, light, dark. Okay, so this, it's something. Here. Here is the problem. So that's a light. Where am I? Light, and then that's a dark. And that's 3, and that's light, 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 dark, light, 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 dark, 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 light, light. Okay, that's that. Now, this one is correct. Yeah, this area. Yes, that's correct. Sorry, guys. I'll be back in just a minute. I am not good at multitasking when I have to translate things in my head. I hate having dyslexia. It just translating things is just absolutely horrible. Let's see. It's basically like having a hole, like you're walking down the street and then there's just this big hole and you don't see it. And so you think you're doing great and then you just fall in the hole. And then you have to reorient yourself. It's very frustrating. It's different for everyone, by the way. It's not just me. But I didn't get diagnosed until I was 26, so I did okay for a while. This should be correct, Nancy. Why should it's gonna be that one thing? That's gonna be the irritating bit. Okay, let's do it grid by grid. Ah, this is what we're gonna do. Cool. We're gonna do grid by grid. Correct. That's correct. Correct. Oh, no. Why did you do that? That was mean. Don't do that to me. No. Don't. It was changing it on me. I swear to you, it moved. I did not touch it. Okay. It's mad at me because I'm cheating. Let's see. 3 down. Okay. Let's see. 6, 7, 1. And then that. All right, let's move to this one. That one looks correct. Let's see. This is a difficult one. So this one is 2. Also, I read really quickly because I love to read. I read by memorizing the shape of the word. That's what I normally do. So, like, words have dips in them and everything, like, depending on if it's a G, or if it's a U. And so I read, like, the first 2 letters and, like, the last 2 letters, generally speaking, and get the shape of it. And that's how I know how to read quickly. Something I sort of figured out. There's a word for it. There's a way that apparently people have done it before. I found it the other day. I was like, this is cool. This is how I learned. You just sort of do what you got to do. Okay. All right, let's go back up here. Four, 1, 3, 1. I told them about dyslexia, and I am grid searching to make sure everything looks correct.
I have chicken.
Awesome.
And tater tots.
Yum. Okay. Someone's calling for you. They don't like me anymore.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Caffeine guy is like, Avery.
What? Oh. Here, I can take over this for a second.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Whoop. Okay. I'm so close to figuring out.
I know.
I did fix one bit, but like it didn't make anything happen. So obviously there's one more thing.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest games for whoever asked if this is the hardest one ever. No, Ellery, I appreciate it. It's just at the point where we just have to check because I did something wrong. This is usually how it goes.
Watch me not find it because that'll be the frustrating bit.
They're calling you out for cheating.
Resources, guys.
Resources.
Also, if we actually were not doing this, I think we would just give up on our lives. Okay, I found one of them.
Did we do it? We did it! You guys, we did it. Let's see if I can actually hear it again now.
Oh, yeah.
We did it. Okay, how is everybody?
I'm so proud of cheating. I cheated so well.
Thank you, Ellery.
This is delicious.
It's her Chick-fil-A knockoff.
Oh, it's very good.
Reading chat for a second.
Yeah.
By the power of cheating in a game. Yep,
I cheated very well though. Sometimes you can cheat badly.
Everybody's like, finally.
Sometimes you can cheat badly. I did a grid search.
They said they love you, Natasha. They're just pulling your leg.
Well, thank you. I love you guys too.
Yes. I had to go run.
You only made 2 mistakes.
That's not bad, honestly.
And it was just like one box. That was it. Actually, it probably was just one mistake, just on the same line. I just was going by grid search.
Thank you, Ellery, for sending through. I was actually for some of them just reading what Ellery was sending me. So I can't take, it was me and Natasha and Ellery all working in tandem.
It was a combined effort.
And we got it. Muppet Haunted Mansion, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the movie, so this. She does sometimes react to production. Sometimes I do react to productions in the modern era. There's usually 2 reasons why I will bend the rules on, well, I don't know when I started. I basically just fell into covering old stuff because that's typically what I'm interested in. But sometimes if something is weird enough and it's new, I'll still cover it. But usually if I cover something that's new, it's because it's something that's like trying to bring back something. So like Chip and Dale is very nostalgic. Yeah. Or like Muppet. We do a lot of Muppets, and Muppets are a big point of nostalgia for most people, I think. So Muppet Haunted Mansion was very good, actually. Yes, I did say Australians have the best TV in the Skippy, because I love Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. It's basically Lassie, but with a kangaroo.
I think I saw it, actually, when I was there. Also, they kept trying to feed us hamburgers over in Australia, and this was, to be fair, this was back in like 2002, okay? And they looked at us American children.
We're American, so you only eat hamburgers?
Basically. And not only that, but they took the buns, and you know how you're supposed to like butter them and then like, crisp the buns? They just slathered butter on it, not melting it at all, and then mixed in ketchup with the butter, put it all on the hamburger and gave it to us. And it was like,
that's very interesting.
And that was all they would feed us.
Oh no.
American stuff. And so finally, when I got to stay with a family for a couple of days, because they sent us all like 2 by 2 to, I don't know, there's like 20 of us maybe. There weren't a whole lot of us. The mom asked us what we wanted for dinner, and we basically said, please do not cook us anything American. Like specifically American, like hamburgers and.
Well, Patrick, your cousin works on set. That's so cool.
It was just building set. It was hilarious. Just all they fed us was hamburgers. I don't think I ate a hamburger after that for like several years. They were good. It was just, that was all they fed us for a month.
Hillary said, don't feel bad. Don't feel obligated to interact with chat. We're perfectly capable of entertaining ourselves by memeing.
I went to school up in Tennessee. All they fed us was barbecue up there. And I'm like, there's other food in the world, guys. And it was not even very good. Some of it was good, but the ones that they served in the cafeteria was not good. And I'm like, what is this?
I'm seeing the question, who's my favorite Stranger Things character? And I'll pose it to you too. I like so many of them for so many different reasons. I think Hopper is great. I think it's hilarious that he's like, from the beginning, he's been a cop that kind of hates being a cop. And that makes him the only good cop in town.
Yeah.
I love Steve. I love how you think you're supposed to hate Steve and then you realize that Steve is the best. And I love Dustin, partially because Dustin's hilarious and Gaten's hilarious, and partially because I feel connected because I stood in for season 2. So I got to actually stand in and do a lot of those scenes before they got set up. So I feel like when I watch those scenes in season 2, I'm like, I did that.
Millie's adorable. Millie is an absolute gem of a human being.
Everybody on that set is so nice.
But I think my favorite character, well, I like Hopper mostly because I'm a sucker for father figures who have abandoned powerful children. Like Geralt and Ciri and The Witcher, and there's another one I cannot think of right now. There's several of them actually, but probably my favorite was Steve Harrington because I hated him at the beginning, and then I loved him He has such a great character arc.
He has a great character arc. It's because they kind of use the unreliable narrator to set him up as like so like when you start liking him, it's not really that he has a redemption arc so much as just that like you start to see things from his perspective more. Oh hi Sean. Thank you for telling me. I did not know. Somebody who usually interacts on a different account is on a different account, so I didn't see them. I know, seeing people in chat is like, if somebody changes, like, even their profile picture, it takes me a second to be like, oh!
Yeah. Seeing people on set after COVID and wearing masks, I'm like, I don't know who these people are. And they're like, I've worked with you for years. Like, oh.
Ellery says, I also adore Steve. He has such mom friend energy at times. I'm like, yeah. And in season 2, when he just gets stuck babysitting for, like, the whole time, and he's just like, shit, this is my life. Okay. And, like, his weird little friendship with Dustin, and that's like adorable. The only friend he has. I just, yeah, I don't
think him and Nancy should get together though.
No,
I don't think they're good for each other.
That's my hot take. Also, by the way, the guy Dacre Montgomery who plays
oh my gosh,
Billy,
he was so sweet.
What a nice person playing such a terrible person on TV. He is genuinely, the day that I met him was the day that they were filming like one of this fight scenes or something like that. And like he's such a good actor and he just like drops character. He's like, oh
so
hi.
Sweet.
He like introduced himself. He's the kindest person. It's just like he plays like this asshole on TV and then like in real life he's just so sweet.
I met him on the day we did the pool scene where he was like the lifeguard and they're like establishing his character. And
good to see you, Sean.
and he it was a freezing day. It was like the beginning of end of May, like beginning of June, but it was one of those days where it was like maybe a high of 70, maybe. And it was so cold. It was warmer in the pool. All of us, if you look really closely in those scenes, we all have blue lips. We're so cold.
God.
Dacre's absolutely freezing. At least I was in the pool. But Dacre would go around to like the extras. There's a lot of us. There's probably like 100 of us or so. And he would go and make sure that we were all okay.
Oh my God.
Like, you're so sweet. I love you.
He's so sweet. He's so Australian. No reason not to love him. I'll keep playing the game after this piece of chicken. I was just like, this is some good chicken.
It's very good. Good gay chicken.
Yes, we make imitation Chick-fil-A because we don't want to give Chick-fil-A money for being homophobic. So
yeah. It's actually better than Chick-fil-A's, in my opinion.
Or non-homophobic. I think it is, too. I actually do.
Chick-fil-A's is very greasy, and hers isn't.
Yeah, she drains a lot of the grease out. So yeah.
Oh, you know who else is really nice? His name just went out of my head. The guy who plays the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi. One of the nicest actors. I worked with him.
That he's very sweet.
I worked with him on Suicide Squad, and I was one of the many star-faced possessed.
Oh, for a second I forgot that has already been out, and I was like, oh, can you talk about it? I was like, oh wait, I forgot that was like a year ago. Okay.
Yeah. And but it was pretty, I mean, it was pretty grueling because we were in there and we had these hospital gowns on and we were just it was cold. So it was the middle of winter, you know, we were on the sound stages, but it was still freezing.
Yeah, sorry, we're eating because we've had a very very fun but very long day.
But he would come around to each of our cages because we were literally in cages, and he's like, "Are you guys okay? Do you need any?" He was so nice.
Sounds like Tom Hiddleston buying food trucks of food for everybody to make sure because he felt bad that everybody was out there in the cold. And
Tom Holland's very sweet too.
Yeah,
he waved at me and smiled. I was hiding because I was not supposed to be in the scene. They were going to use me somewhere else. And he just like walks around with Spider-Man Far From Home. And No Way Home. I always get those mixed up, and I shouldn't. And he comes around, and I'm like, well, crap, now I'm in his way. And he was like, it's Tom, how are you? We're still rolling, and I'm like, Tom.
That's adorable.
Yeah, sweet.
Anyways. Wait, testing about Avery. I lost the comment. Yeah, I'm totally 80s, 90s. I do have an 80s, 90s vibe. I wasn't alive in the 80s. It was for like a second.
For like 3 months.
For like a second. I was technically mean, I was born in 96, but it was like at the end of the year. So when people do the math on my age, they usually come to the conclusion that I was born in 97. Because I almost was.
Yeah.
December 23rd. Okay. I cannot hear. Let me switch this 1 second, guys. I'm going to make sure that we can actually hear what we're doing. Oh, God, yeah. So there's this episode of Round the Twist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a show about this single dad and his 3 kids, and they move into this lighthouse where, like, all of this paranormal stuff is going on all the time. They're always encountering, like, monsters and, like, it's basically like if the Winchesters had like a loving family situation, they might have something similar to this, and if all the stuff came to them. So there's one where there's this horrifying scarecrow clown that comes to life.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And it's terrifying. Terrifying is the only way you can really describe it, and it's just. I got so many comments that were like, I'm gonna have nightmares now. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. It was a good episode, though. I haven't watched one of those in a while. Making sure that we can hear. Because the thing came back on, but then I was like, we still can't hear. Like, really? Why?
Sorry, that probably sounded horrible.
There should be like an EQ thing so that it like cuts it off if it makes a certainly like overly loud noise. Natasha, I once went to a Plain White T's concert. I was outdoors and I started dancing horribly. Anyway, I look at the lead singer is just staring at me and gives me an awkward thumbs up. That's so cute. Yes, we're on full screen because I'm trying to fix the sounds so that we can actually.
I'm trying to think about anything I can talk about that, because I have several celebrity
NDA
encounters that are just really funny. The
So-
Tom Holland one was very cute, but it was mostly him being friendly.
Here, let me save this game for 1 second. I'm gonna save it and if not, we'll go to Plan B.
I mean, the Robert Downey Jr. one was funny. Not a lot, but I almost told off. Oh, what's his name? Jason Bateman. Because I was doing Ozark, and it was the first season. We were at this little tiny. We were at the Blue Cat
There we
Lodge,
go.
something like that.
I'm Nancy Drew.
And he was
This
sitting
is
on a
my
pool
center of
table, and I didn't realize it was him.
operations.
Oh,
I
you
thought it was
thought
like a
it was
random
him.
guy.
Look around.
And like
If you
an
want
extra,
particulars
and so
of
like
how
I
do what
I know
do,
pool tables
take a
you
look
have
at the
to
book
make them
titled
super
How to
even,
Be a
otherwise
Detective.
it's cheating
It's
and all that.
really
You can't
helpful,
sit on them. That's just
especially
not.
if you're new to
you're
the
not supposed to do
mystery
that.
solving business.
And I got this
And be
close
sure
to
check
going
out
over
my
to him. I mean,
scrapbook.
I was
I've
almost
put
there.
memorabilia
Before I realized who
from
he
all my
was because I was
past
going to tell him
cases
off
in
for sitting on
A
the
lot
pool
of them were
table.
pretty dangerous. And at
And he's
times
such a
really
chill
scary.
guy.
He probably
too.
would have thought that was
Don't
hilarious.
send
He
me
probably
back
would have,
to
but
my
yeah,
cat,
I
okay?
I would
He
have lost my
worries about
job,
me
but
enough
yeah.
as it is. And whatever you do, read
I
what's
don't
in the
know.
file.
If someone caught me, yeah.
If someone
I'll tell you all about the
That's just
mystery
funny.
I'm about
One
to try
time
to solve.
because
If you think
when
you're
I was
ready
on
to dive
Stranger
into that
Things,
mystery, just click.
David Harbour's photo double
Mm-hmm.
and stand-in, they look so alike.
Mhm.
They're like the same build and everything. And one time, I saw Rob walk up to me out of the corner of my eye at Craft, and I was like, "Hey, Rob!" And it was David Harbour, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry," and I just walked away. And I think he was just.
He probably thought that was hilarious.
I think he thought it was no, it was not him. It was me completely weirding myself out, and also probably weirding him out with my social life. I swear I thought it was a different person. Also, one last thing before we get into the scary end game sequence. Patrick told a funny story about how he saw Adam Sandler out in public one time and reflexively went, "Ah, it's Adam Sandler." Then Adam Sandler, I guess, walked away.
That's even worse.
And yeah, so I think it's I have a tarot deck that's Jane Austen themed. Okay, so Ellery, I don't know if anybody can see up here, but I collect tarot cards. I don't have the Jane Austen one. If you have that name of that, I want to add that to the collection, but I collect them. I have a dozen-ish, 11 or 12. I've been collecting them for a while. Yeah, so that's amazing. I love that. I did not know that existed, and now I want it. Okay. To my daughters, I hope that you will never... This is from the mother who has passed away. To my daughters, I hope that you will never need to see this note, but I'm worried that I might be leaving you much sooner than I want to. There are a few things you need to know. I'd like to point out that this is written in English, which the mother did right back in, like, the mother, like, all of this family are very bilingual, but, like, you would think that Nancy's just very lucky that it's written in a language that we can read, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of her writing in, like, her birth. I don't know. Nancy just gets very lucky with how people choose to use languages around her. First you'll need to take care of each other. She's pretty handy.
If you found this, it's because you worked together. No, they didn't find it because Nancy found this.
Nancy found it because they couldn't work together. She basically hid half of this puzzle with one of them and half with the other one, hoping that they would, like, have to work together and solve it.
I mean, I would. You ever tried to solve anything with your younger
work
sibling?
with your siblings? Yeah.
On a
Except
good day.
the older one acts like the younger one sometimes, so.
Yeah.
Laser's trying to get the Round the Twist theme song in my head because it always gets in my head because it's super catchy. Here, I'm going to, since I'm probably gonna have to pilot this, I will let you be the poor like arm I got for $11 on Amazon, and it's like already been like this.
Thing is what I do, which is probably a very boomer thing to do, is if it goes, I start shaking it so it knows which orientation I would like it to stay as. Okay, here we go. You don't want to hear us talking about stuff and that just be the channel. That would not be a fun channel. Imagine a spin-off channel.
Oh, where we just talk?
That would not be.
That would be chaos.
That would be chaos, and like it would get really boring, I would feel.
I feel like we'd run out of stories really quick. I feel like our stories are best when they're like interspersed with other main topics.
It's like, you know, it's like sugar. Actually, that made little sense, but you know.
I knew what you meant. I feel like I'm leaning very far out of frame. I know I'm not, but like, first you need to take care of each other. If you found this because you work together, keep it up. Sorry, Mom. On your 15th birthday, I will give each of you half of what you needed to find this note. I know how you'll be able to work. Oh, she passed away before the second one's 15th birthday, so that happened.
Sorry, Mom.
Please try as a favor to me. Second, the ryokan is just a place and nothing more. Neither of you have to stay to take care of it. Oh yeah, because it's this thing where the hotel has been passed down from mother to oldest daughter for like 300 years.
Oh, okay.
And it's this big thing where like the younger one is the one who cares about it, but the older one is the one that traditionally is supposed to take over, but like that's not tradition. So it's this big like.
We're both on IMDb.
We are technically both on IMDb.
Just look for
I don't know if
Marley's Angels.
I don't know if my pictures are still up because
I
don't pay for the account anymore.
I don't think they are. I don't
so
have a
it's
picture.
just like it's not worth paying for the account yet, but one day it will be worth it. But I do have credits. I think the only things I've technically credited for were Marley's Angels, which is our film, and then something else, and then a stand-in on Instant Family. I didn't
get a stand-in for the thing that I did that I almost called it out, but I don't want to.
You don't want to start beef.
I don't want to start beef, but we deserved it. It was 7 months of work. But
if you work full time, I feel like that's a credit. But like,
yeah. But anyways.
Okay, ryokan is just a place. Neither of you have to stay to take care of it. These are your lives. You have to live in a way that makes you happy. All I ask is that you work out your decisions together. She sounds like she was a good mom.
She does.
Finally, if you're reading this, then I'm sorry. If I had my way, I'd be there for you always. Take care of each other and take care of your grandmother. I know she disagrees with what I want for you too, but I don't take that personally. In her own way, she only wants the best for you too. Okay, that's a very sad letter, and we get a sword?
That's, I think that's a sword you commit suicide with.
What?
It's a seppuku, I think.
Oh gosh.
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. That questioning, and I really don't want to keep talking about it because this stream will get.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I think it's a violent sword.
Okay.
Aren't all swords?
I was gonna say I think every sword is inherently violent.
Inherently has the possibility of violence.
I need to warn everybody because there's about to be a jump scare. I just want to give everybody a minute to put their drink down.
Cool.
And not, because I don't want anybody to have a panic attack.
My drink is done. The Saddle Club? I haven't seen any of the Saddle Club.
You grew up with the Saddle Club.
Maybe, but I was only allowed to watch PBS.
True.
My dad was weird.
For a long time, it wasn't that I wasn't allowed to watch non-PBS. We just didn't have any cable, so for a long time, all I watched was PBS.
It's a violent sword as opposed to all the non-violent swords out there. It has the possibility of violence. I mean, you know, they're pointy and stabby. You know.
Right.
Okay, jump scare. Let's go.
Oh God. Okay, let me just get it over with.
Oh, that's the lady from the well.
Oh no!
We're being.
I
Oh.
better find a way to cut these cords in
Why
half.
are we
and
doing
fast.
this?
Oh my God! Are you kidding me right now? I'm gonna use. I have to use the sword to cut my. Oh my God. This is absolute. I forgot that this happened. I remember the jump scare, but this is horrible. They're just straight up trying to drown us.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yes.
I'm just confused.
We're being held underwater by a giant net, and I'm probably gonna need the second chance because I don't think I'm gonna do this in time. Shoot. Nope. Cut. Cut faster.
Obviously, it's not a really well-kept stabby machine.
Yeah. Oh shit. Poor Nancy. I gotta do it again. Let me window it.
Waterboarded.
Oh my God. I don't even want to know.
That was a jump scare. Yeah. Well.
I mean, I remember it being worse than it was, but to be fair, I don't want to give anybody a panic attack, so better safe than sorry.
I've seen H2O Just Had Water. They did I feel like they did an American remake too, which was really crappy.
I've heard that, yeah.
A lot of American remakes
I just watched the first 2 episodes. Yeah.
They used to have it, I feel like, not on Disney Channel, but like something parallel to that way back in the 90s.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think. I've made a fatal error. Well, screw you.
Okay, so I'm doing this so I can click out of the game.
Ah.
Right? Yeah. I'm cheating the system. I'm trying to think about what's the least amount of cords that I can cut to be able to do this the fastest. I feel like it's something in this territory. Look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go like that, I guess.
To cut these cords in half and fast.
Yeah, Nancy, I know. We've also got this giant samurai sword that somehow we're wielding underwater, but I'm not going to complain about that right now.
Oh, this is like when you cut up the things that they told us in the 90s, the ones that hold like Gatorades and stuff, and you're supposed to cut them so the
so that
the sea life doesn't get stuck in it.
Yeah, I did it. Okay, we're going back to full screen. That was not as bad as I thought. I just needed to think for a second. Poor Nancy.
She got water.
Good lord.
Do I have a YouTube channel?
I think it's a dagger, not a sword. Fair.
I have an Instagram. I deal with Instagram because I make dice.
Natasha hangs out on this channel a lot. Where did my sword go? It was not a one-time use sword.
Take it from me.
Was or a dagger. We don't know what it is.
They said it's a dagger.
We are like sisters. We've spent so much time together.
That's true.
Dagger, not a sword. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, it's pointy and sharp-ish, although not.
The elbow looks a lot like what Rentaro was working on in his shed.
Wait, is that like an automaton?
It's basically like it's got like robot, like the arms are automated.
Okay.
The boyfriend is the one that works on all of the electronics.
Oh, so that's suspicious.
Yes, very suspicious. Oh, well, that's terrifying.
Put that over.
Just gonna leave it here for the next person to get jump scared.
Yeah.
Where did my sword go? Nancy did she put it back? What? The sword just disappears. I didn't need the sword, but I just like to know, or dagger. I'd like to know where it goes.
I want my pointy sharp thing. I earned it. Just,
Considering that Natasha doesn't know that all swords are dangerous, maybe it's better that we don't have it. I'm just kidding.
The potential.
They all have the potential. All swords have the potential to be dangerous.
And
that's
more often than not.
Yes, more often than not. When wielded responsibly, no one will get harmed, and that's the goal.
You know, I wanted to learn how to wield a sword when I was younger. I don't know why.
I always wanted to shoot bows and arrows, and then I didn't, which is probably a good idea because I'm pretty clumsy, so that would probably end in disaster.
Yeah.
Punt him into the sun with Jane, is that what I just read?
Yes, that is exactly what you just read.
There's a list of people in these games that deserve to be punted into the sun. I feel like a boyfriend terrorizing your entire family with the memory of your dead mother definitely gets you punted into the sun. Where is everybody? Where's everybody's gone. What time is it? It's only 8:56 p.m. Where is everybody?
That's concerning.
Okay. So this should be endgame mode. What do I need to do to trip endgame once and for all? Bess, this is George. It's Savannah. It's Yumi, and then we made one for Nancy.
Nice. She looks like an occultist.
Yeah, we always say she's a badass Dracula, like a vampire woman, non-aging. So we made her really cool and vampiric.
I love it.
Is anyone here?
Oh,
hello, Nancy-san.
Did you know about Kasumi's will?
She did not have a will. She
Kinda
was
did.
too young.
She did. I found it.
No, you don't understand what you found.
Oh, who
Whatever
know?
that says, she didn't mean it.
You have to know that she had one if you're like, she didn't mean it.
How would you know if she didn't mean it?
No, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand perfectly. You didn't tell the girls what their mother really wanted because you're afraid of losing the Ryukon. You made up all of this ghost business to scare the girls into doing
Nancy
what you
refuses
want.
to pronounce anything correctly, and
Stop.
I don't know how to pronounce
Stop.
things correctly, but I'm
You're
pretty
wrong.
sure she's saying it wrong.
you're wrong.
How harsh do we want to be with this old lady?
I mean, I'm not in a good mood, so
I don't buy it.
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Try me.
I can't lose them too.
Oh.
There's no guaranteeing that they'll leave if they know the truth.
Yes, there is. There is too much sadness for them here.
So you're
They've
keeping them trapped.
forgotten about how things used to be before she died. They've forgotten about how this used to be our home.
But why would you fake these hauntings if you want them to stay?
I would never do that.
I mean, the arm was very robotic. As far as I know, as far as we know, she doesn't know anything about robotics.
Yeah, I don't think it was her.
I think maybe I jumped to a decision too quickly.
I know you mean well, Nancy-san. You can't help us here. But thank you for trying.
Yes, she's a time-traveling vampire countess. Just to punt you into the sun.
What really happened to Kasumi? I need to know.
The police said it was an accident. It wasn't an accident.
What did happen?
It was my job to take care of the bass. I was supposed to be there. She was supposed to be meeting with that pen pal friend of hers downtown. She was so excited to go. I should have let her go. I should have taken care of everything myself, but I didn't want to. I didn't like her going into the city. I didn't like that pen pal of hers, always getting her so wound up about leaving here. So, I played sick so she couldn't go.
I don't understand.
The pool ledges are very slippery. You must know where to walk. There was a reason I never let her do that part. But I wasn't thinking about that. I was too selfish. She drowned that night in the baths.
Natasha talks about
It
stuff for
should have
Natasha.
been me down there. And she knows that.
I disagree. I think
You
people
can't blame yourself for that.
You don't understand.
I do. Accidents
Can't help but tear. Let me
As
just
much
keep
as we
lying to
wish
my
they
grandchildren.
You can't keep everyone
Hey
safe.
Xander,
no
yeah,
matter
we
how
just
hard
came
you
on a
try.
surprise stream, so
It is different for a parent.
I didn't expect anybody to actually
Miwako
be us
and Yumi
live.
blame themselves too. If you can't let Kasumi go, how will you be able to help the girls?
I don't know if I can do that.
That's depressing. So she was an overprotective parent and her kid died.
Basically.
So the lesson is don't micromanage your children.
Or they'll die.
Or they might die. The harsh but needed lesson.
Nancy Drew coming in with really important things.
Nancy Drew gets like randomly deep at the most random times. It's like, oh, I didn't sign up for that.
What is that sound?
Oh.
No, not quite right.
Yeah,
This must
see,
be the
it's
recorder
boyfriend.
Rentaro was
Definitely
talking
the
about
boyfriend.
earlier. I'll take this and leave the other one here.
Did we leave the other one, Nancy? Did you mean I'm actually just gonna take both of them?
Whatever.
Okay. Well. She just yeets the other one into the void and we go on our merry way. Okay. Oh, I can never remember which one is the right way to go.
It's like a maze.
It is. It's not that complicated. I just keep...
I need a key to open this door.
No, break it down, Nancy.
Break down the door. Right.
She can only go in rooms that end in 9.
8 and 9, yeah.
So random.
Yes. Because it's the only key we were able to steal. Well, aside from the other one and the other one. But it's the only main key we were able to steal. So if the boyfriend is guilty, Elmo and Grouchland, it needs to be a thing. These girls have literally the shittiest support system of any Nancy Drew game. Yes. That's including our son, Henry. Yeah, so there's a character, Henry Bolet, whose parents died when he was 8 in a car crash, and then he had this stuck with his only living relative, who was this uncle who just like shipped him off everywhere.
It's not working anymore. I should find another way in.
Break it down, Nancy.
That's strange.
I feel like, not that I would want this to be destroyed or anything, but like, I feel like this would be pretty easy to break.
It's like paper.
Yeah, because, I'm just saying, because, Rentaro, alright, that's 3.
Locked.
You have a knife? You have a screwdriver. Just
yeah.
Jimmy the lock.
Well, see, if that's the one that I need to get into, 33? Wait, let me do something. Hang on. Yeah, so there's this character, he gets stuck with this uncle who just ships him off to every boarding school, and then, like, never is, like, ever there for him, and, like, he basically the guy, like, runs a cemetery, and the house is just, like, this dark, depressing place, and Henry's, like, all messed up with all this trauma. Oh, there's a note.
I should translate this and figure out what he's up to.
You can't read Japanese? Why are you teaching them English?
I guess she can't read. She's there just teaching them English, but she can't.
She doesn't. She's like, I don't understand what you're saying, kid. You're gonna have to work harder.
Yeah, right? Like, shouldn't you know? Shouldn't you still know? Must finish today. Room 33. Okay, so room 33 is the room that we need to get into. Room 33. The how? Oh! Door open thing. Okay. So that's... We're gonna steal the thing. Yeah, we definitely both act, semi-professional.
I mean...
Well, speaking for myself, semi-professionally.
Yeah. I mean, we do our own stuff, but, like, that's basically what we do in the movie industry. I mean, it's a bunch...
We've done some, like, either student things or helped out our other filmmaker friends on stuff. Casual stuff.
I have level 2 improv on Sundays.
Oh,
fun.
I need to go back to improv.
I just am not vibing with any of the people yet. I know it's only been 3 sessions, but I'm just not vibing with them. It's kind of frustrating.
One of them watches the stream and is like, no.
I should find something that matches that symbol.
I'm gonna try this. I'm trying to get through here.
That's strange.
That's the one that won't open.
Working anymore. I should find another way in.
Yeah, we're trying that, Nancy.
Oh, I need to use this. This opens the doors? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Yeah, because it's an automatic door opener thingy. Okay.
Did we just break in?
I mean...
Yeah, how does he not notice?
What are you doing in here?
I have
You're
no
the one
idea.
trying to scare everyone away, aren't you?
No, Nancy. I'm not trying to scare everyone away. I am scaring everyone away.
He did a douchey thing correctly.
Down.
But why would you want to close this place down?
Look around you. Does this look like a good place? Everyone can sense it immediately, and it makes them leave. Everyone but you. But when I tell Miwako that you're here to collect info for Savannah's next book, you'll be out of here too.
I've got to find a way to keep him from escaping.
Hit him over the head with a screwdriver.
Oh, I think Salt Mountain's saying that they're oh shit. I did something wrong. He got away. I wasn't paying attention, sorry. I was reading Salt Mountain's comment about how the translation was wrong, I think. I think that's what they were saying.
It's supposed to prevent him from leaving, but I didn't know how to do that.
I remember one time Avery was doing a reaction to something for Christmas and her Christmas tree gets off for some reason. I remember that. What video is that?
I've got to find a way to keep him from escaping.
Here's the thing. We've got to turn the recorder thing on and then pull one of these.
I shouldn't fill this up now. I might need to use it later.
What? Nancy! Nancy Maria Louise. That's what we have to do. I don't know why Nancy doesn't want to do it this way.
I've got to find a way to keep him from escaping.
It's this, Nancy.
Not now. I've got to find Rentaro.
We know where Rentaro is. His ass is right here. Okay. What the hell, Nancy? We need to record him and do one of those, like, hidden recorder and then they confess to everything and then we send it to everybody kind of things. But why does Nancy not want to do it? I knew he was sketchy from when we first saw him. Nancy Maria Louise Drew, you could have stabbed him, but you dropped the... Right, she drops the blade. She knows she's going up against, like, a criminal, and she's like, I don't need this.
Yeah, immediately pick up the new recorder from the floor, press a channel to start recording.
Oh, got it.
Not so
There we go.
fast.
There we go.
I've got to find a way to convince everyone about Rentaro.
We know. I know, Nancy. That's what I told them to do.
I don't get it. You're the one who told me the ghosts aren't real.
No one usually listens to that line because they want to believe in the ghosts. I didn't start that. They did. They wanted a show, and I gave it to them because
So never mind
with them and enough
Poppy.
of this place.
Just taser him.
I asked Miwako to
I wanted to hit him on the head with
I
a
even left
screwdriver.
myself.
We did it. We did it.
Why
yes.
did you come back?
I can't leave Miwako here.
The annoying Avery for
I
3
need to
hours. I
convince
love
her to leave
Nancy.
or
It's the
close
game
this
devs
place
that I
down.
want to talk to sometime.
It doesn't matter to me. But you,
I like how just slamming the door actually just stopped him.
now.
Look familiar? It's been on this whole time.
He's like, fuck.
And I'll send everything you said to every voicemail box in the place.
No,
Can you do that?
don't.
This one has the capability
Why
to do
shouldn't
that.
I?
Don't know how.
Everything you've done, your ghost almost drowned me.
I really screwed up here.
I mean, technically,
Let
was
me
it
be
not
the
him?
one to
Maybe it
tell
was a
her.
full robot?
If
We
I
almost got
do,
killed by a robot?
she
I think
might
it was a
forgive
full
me.
robot.
Eventually.
Nancy just bludgeoned this guy over the head and tie him up, right?
How nice do we want to be?
Not very nice. He's been terrorizing
Not a
this
chance,
family.
Rentaro.
All right. I don't want to be here when you tell her.
I'd like
Dear
you to be
Hannah,
here.
Rentaro left and
Basically, you
never
give him the
returned
choice
the
to
Ryokan.
either be the one to
this
tell his
day, no one
girlfriend or
knows
we
where
tell
he
him.
went.
And basically, it's
When
like,
I told Miwako and
you don't
Takai
get
what
to
he
try to
had to
gaslight
say,
your way out of this
furious
situation.
and relieved. After living in the shadow of Rentaro's
I mean,
hauntings for
that,
so
yes.
long, they were finally able to feel at home again in the Ryokan.
He fucked around and now he's finding out.
His true wishes, everyone agreed that the Ryukon should be passed on to Miwako. Miwako accepted the position.
That's
As
the
the
one that
official
actually wanted
owner,
it.
she started to really enjoy her work, and it shows. Now that there's no pressure to
This
take
just
over
turns
the
into a
family
fight scene.
business,
I would love
Yumi's been spending more time at the inn. She's even agreed to expand her business to include catering to the Ryukon.
Yay!
Thanks to
family
Yumi's
business.
incessant pushing, Miwako finally agreed to spend a little time in the city.
Aww.
From the looks of it, she had a great time. No longer worried about losing the Ryukon, Takai is finding herself busier than ever. Her classes in the traditional arts are booked for months in advance. She said she'd always fit me in for a calligraphy lesson, even if it may be a bit of a lost cause. From what I hear, the Ryokon's no longer the creepy place I remember. Customers are returning with a vengeance. Guess
this
that
is a
means
better
it'll be
ending than
harder
when
for
you
me to
let
get
him tell it. Yeah,
reservations
because
next
then
time I
she's
visit. As for
nicer.
me, I finally
to
got
him.
to spend some time on the town with Bess and George, and it was worth the wait.
It's
From
the running thing that
boutiques
we'll
to the
never see
traditional
Nancy's
cultural
face.
exhibits throughout the city. I
Which
don't
one's
think we've
supposed to be
ever
Nancy?
had
The one in
so
the
much
middle.
fun on a
Oh.
trip. See you soon. Love, Nancy.
In the song We Did It from Dora. Game number 23 is done, so number 24 is next. Yes, we're gonna get a trailer for number 24 in a second. Well, I'm glad that you didn't. I would have made you late for whatever if we weren't
D&D.
Yeah. Or you would have just had to run out like at the end and be like, "Hope you guys solve it. Thanks."
Bye.
Special flower pot in Yumi's apartment resembles what animal? I think it's a frog. She has a frog motif going on. Oh, we only won 3 things. We won Cat Whisperer. We used all of the things for the cat. Mystery Seeker for watching eerie footage, and Trivia Tamer for correctly answering. We could have gotten an Easter egg. We could have gotten a fashion designer if we sent a bunch of the little like anime avatars that we made to people.
You didn't enjoy the bath?
I did not. I did not click on the baths over and over and over again. Password pilfer for returning borrow. Oh yeah, we stole somebody's password. We could have put it back, but we didn't. I forgot. I meant to, and I forgot. We didn't solve all of Ren's puzzles. Listening. We didn't get recording artists, which we really should have, because we used the hell out of that recorder. Sous Chef for mastering the art of bento. I did not master the art of bento.
That was hard.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get all the prizes at the pachinko parlor. Enjoying the baths, I did not. Teacher's pet for making sure my job wasn't forgotten. I thought I did all of the homework. I missed homework? Damn. Alright, so let's watch the trailer.
Residents of a German castle are being terrorized by a fearsome creature.
Ow.
And it's up to me to crack the case. Once I arrive at the castle, I begin to suspect that there may be more to this monster story than just superstition. As monster sightings become more frequent and creepy signs begin appearing, I find myself in danger of becoming the monster's next victim.
Sound very excited about
try
that.
to solve the case
Yeah,
without becoming
this is every
another
other
entry
Tuesday
in
for
the
her.
castle's long and grisly history.
Any money for this?
In my next
So that's a running
adventure,
thing that we talk about.
the
Usually no.
captive
Nancy needs
curse.
money.
I mean, how else is she supposed to like live her lavish lifestyle of going to all of these different places?
I have no idea. Nancy Marie Eloise, shame on you for not returning all that stuff.
Yeah.
I meant to and I forgot. What about a spin-off called Avery and Natasha Play Games?
I play
Another
Pokemon
Wolf's Werewolf fun.
and Mario.
May it not be a 10-year-old murderer behind it. Yeah, there was one game where the 10-year-old was the bad guy. She was trying to drive her stepmother crazy so that she'd leave. She almost killed her.
Oh. Well, I almost did that with my stepmother.
Everyone chat while you can. Everybody knows that the stream is almost over. Yes, get the chats out. I will maybe take tomorrow off from streaming, but I will be back streaming soon. Although Natasha, thank you, Natasha, for being here.
Yeah.
You're always welcome to come back. We both just stretch at the same
I
time.
know.
We're just like,
I'm just like, oh.
my posture's really bad. We filmed the video and I didn't have this this stool, so it's gonna look very funny because I'm sitting up much higher because the stool that we had to use was from my kitchen and it was like way too high. But yeah. Yes, I used to love House of Mouse. I need to cover House of Mouse. Yes, so thank you guys for being here for this impromptu stream. I know it's a little bit shorter than the streams we usually do, but it's very fun. I'm glad that you got to be here for stream, Natasha.
Yeah.
And,
it was made in 2010. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
I was a sophomore in college then.
And I was in my last year of middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Hey, that's us.
Ah.
I pulled up our viewfinder on the big thing. So thank you guys. Happy early birthday, Patrick. Jane Austen Tarot deck is called Truth Universally Acknowledged to Jane. I love that so much. I love that. Thank you, Ellery. I'm going to look into that. It was basically a 12+ hour stream with this game. Yes. Like, if we hadn't called it when we did, I don't think, because this YouTube only saves the most recent 12 hours of a stream if you go over 12 hours. Because they don't want you to stream for that long, but they can't tell you not to. So they have to, like, make it, you have to, like, switch streams if you want to keep the VODs. So we wouldn't have been able to keep the VODs if I hadn't called it. So I'm glad that we did, even though I was very, like, going to bed, like, I lost this one game, but you're gonna lose the war, you know? So, yeah. Yes, I will react to the Dora movie. This is dying again, but it's like, I don't need you anymore.
Haha.
But we will sign off. We'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for being here for this random stream that happened on a Saturday afternoon. I will not miss those huge Sudoku puzzles. The Sudoku puzzles are better. Hey, Paul. Yeah. You guys all have a good night. Anybody who was, I know we streamed earlier than we usually do, so if anybody wants, obviously the VODs are going to be up if you want to catch back up on what you missed. But yes, thank you guys for all being here. I appreciate you guys. I have a video that I swear it was supposed to go out 2 nights ago and then last night, and I swear it's going to go up tonight if it's the last thing I do in this life. It is a Princess Protection Program video.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember that movie?
I do.
Loved that movie.
With Selena Gomez
and
Demi Lovato.
And she was the princess being hidden out in Louisiana. Yeah. It was so Disney Channel, and I loved it very Disney so
Channel.
much.
It was towards the end of when Disney Channel wasn't doing good movies anymore. Like they were, but they were about to stop doing as many consistent hits.
They really used to commit to what they did. They were always Disney Channel, but they used to commit. And when they would commit, it was like, damn, I still find this movie entertaining.
Yeah.
When they don't commit, it's just like, oh, I don't like this. Yeah, Selena and Demi were in Barney.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing Selena.
Yeah, they were in Barney. Selena was in Barney. Yeah, and good morning to our Australian viewers who are just waking up with us. I feel like the morning news anchors in that case. Yeah, we will. Yes. So that's coming out, and then I will start, as soon as that's out, I get to start editing our video that we filmed today on episode 6 of Who Done It. So that's also going to be very interesting.
Entertaining.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. I will let you guys all go. But thank you guys. Thank you, Natasha.
Yeah.
We've had a fun day of filming, and
we have
planning to film things and then streaming.
Yes.
It's been nice. Yes. I will look up the tarot deck. I do want to add it to the collection. I love Jane Austen with all my heart. So I will see you guys. See you. Soon as Natasha shows up, this is like the only stream where we've had no technical issues. It's like you're the good luck charm. We need you to sit here every time so that we can stream without issue.
Pay for my gas, sure.
Yes. It's a little. Yes. So yeah. So I will let you guys go. Good night, everybody.
Yep. Good night.
Whoops. I don't know how to. Wait. Need to get my tab back up to turn the stream off. Good night, everybody.
We'll get there.
Yeah. There you
go.
Good night.